and Freak Knuckles, and we're at Pumpkin Hill. You ready? I ain't gon' let it get to me, I'm just gon' creep down in Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here, I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head, cause I have no fear. This probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. Our ghosts try to approach me and got leery. Ask him a question and he vanished in a second. I'm walking through valleys, crying pumpkin in the alley. Didn't seem happy, but they sure tried to get me. Had to back them up with a fist metal crackle. I'm hearing someone saying, you a chicken, don't be scared. It had to be the wind, cause nobody wasn't there. I searched and I searched as I climbed up the wall. And then I started to fly, I went in deeper. Let it get to me, I'm just gon' creep down Pumpkin Hill, I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here, I sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I gotta hold my head, I have no fear. It probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. A ghost try to approach me, he got leery. Get to me, I'm just gon' creep down in Pumpkin Hill, I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here, I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head, cause I have no fear. This probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. Our ghosts try to approach me and got leery. Ask him a question and he vanished in a second. I'm walking through valleys, crying pumpkin in the alley. Didn't seem happy, but they sure tried to get me. Had to back them up with a fist metal crackle. I'm hearing someone saying, you a chicken, don't be scared. It had to be the wind, cause nobody wasn't there. I searched and I searched as I climbed up the wall. And then I started to fly, I went in deeper. Let it get to me, I'm just gon' creep down Pumpkin Hill, I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here, I sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I gotta hold my head, I have no fear. It probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. A ghost try to approach me, he got leery. Spooky up in here. It's
jeopardy. Good evening, boys, girls, and MBs of all shapes, sizes, colors, and orientations. Welcome to the one and only Alec Gunter stream. My name is Alec Gunter. I'll be your host this evening. Welcome in. I don't really have that much of a plan for stream. I just know that I wanted to stream, so I am. I wanted to talk about Epstein, but I haven't... Like, I've been keeping up with most of it. Should I say most of it? I've been keeping up with enough of it. Let's say enough of it. Hold on. I think I'm quiet right now. There we go. Okay. I've been keeping up with enough of it that I know roughly what's going on. But, I was actually, I was like, oh, well, conservatives gotta be, like, posting about this, right? Like, they gotta be saying something. And indeed, we do have here, like, Matt Walsh on his, I guess on his podcast, he did talk about the disturbing facts the Epstein files revealed. So we could dig into that and see what he's talking about in regards to that. We definitely have to go over Elon Musk and the shenanigans he's been up to, because one of his offices just got raided, by the French government. Like one of the ex-offices, I should say. Twitter. Formerly known as Twitter. But yeah, welcome in everybody. I'm so mad I'm gonna miss most of this. Damn, my work schedule. I probably won't be streaming too long. I also want to play Half Sword. I've been putting a lot of hours in Half Sword. I just downloaded it, and it is so fun. I already finished it, basically. I haven't beat the Baron, though. Like, I thought that when you got to, like, the end of your run, you got to challenge the Baron. I thought that's how it worked. But, like, there's no Baron here. Like, there's just the Knight class, and then there's no Baron. So, I don't know. The Crochet King Alec, indeed. Good riddance. What do you mean? But yeah, this game's super fun. I'll just do a run real quick. I've been trying to get as far as I can in the Abyss. Just one run, just one run! I gotta get my hit. I'm not addicted, you are. Just one run. For those who don't know, it's just a game where you know, you kill people in a video game. Boink. Die. Okay. It's so fun. I've been having so much fun with this. I've been needing something to play while I sit at work and do nothing. Die. Good shit. Okay, you're dead. The Half Sword game just came out. I wouldn't recommend playing or buying it till they fix the performance. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on. I was super excited for fuck you. That's so fucking lame and dumb. It's still kind of buggy. The official release right now is very it's a lot of performance issues, I guess. So I have not bought the full game yet. Which, when I say full game, oh, fuck me. I'm an idiot. That was my fault for not being more vigilant. Die. There we go. This is, like, unironically one of the best weapons in the game. It's a fucking candle post. Great stream, thank you. Die. We should just do this the whole stream. And not talk about the news or anything. Die. Oh, fuck me. No. Oh, fuck. He got my hand. Okay, it's over. I'll just... Here. Yeah, that's... Yeah. It's over. I've gotten much farther than that. We'll see more later. We'll see more later. That was a nice little sample. At least I plan to stream more of that later. But I guess stuff's happening in the world, and I guess we should talk about that stuff. but I don't know how exactly I want to tackle it. Like, I guess we can look at the Matt Walsh thing. I know that there's a Michael Knowles thing. He said some stuff about it. But I don't want to cover both of them in one stream. I feel like that's... Like, they're both kind of the same flavor of yuck. Is it similar to Dead or Alive 2? I have no idea. All you do is you grab weapon, you run forward, and you kill people with weapon. I'm so ready for clinicals to be over. I've been doing my clinicals for my psychiatric nurse practitioner license. It's fine. It's not, like, hard or anything. It's just a lot of busy work that I don't want to do. I say that because I just got back from clinical and I'm like, oh, God. I'm, like, tired from that. I don't really do that much. I just, like, sit there and observe for the most part, and sometimes participate in the session, but, you know. I guess we should get started. I don't know how I'm going to start this, though. I know Asmongold talked a little bit about it, too. But I guess he's focusing in on Bill Gates specifically. Okay, let's jump right into it. Let's just go. So, I haven't talked about the Epstein file drops yet. The Epstein files. A lot has come out about it. A lot is still speculation, and just because somebody is named in the files does not necessarily mean that they went to Epstein's island and, you know, indulged in the, you know, disgusting, depraved activities that Epstein and his posse indulged in. That being said, you know, it is important to talk about because we are ruled over by, you know, the pedophile elite. As it turns out, you know, Alex Jones has been correct all along, except for the part where, you know, it was actually his side doing it. Whoopsie daisy, small overlook. But, you know, he was onto something, I guess. But we're not talking about Alex Jones. We're talking about Asmongold right now because he's been covering it, I guess. Because how can you not when you're like the top political streamer on Twitch now? Is this a good setup? I kind of like this, like with me tiny right there and the chat right underneath of me. Or do you? No, maybe the chat should be over here. We'll keep me tiny though. Maybe a little bigger. There we go. I changed nothing, but anyway. It seems that he's focusing exclusively on Bill Gates, which I find interesting. But, you know, maybe I'm wrong. My brain is going to explode. Let's take a look at this one.
Oh, my God. Jeffrey Epstein played WoW.
Whoa.
Jeffrey Epstein, the probability that Jeffrey Epstein called someone the N-word on Xbox Live, 95% chance. So
this is the top political streamer on Twitch, by the way. When speaking about the Epstein files, the most important thing to bring up is the fact, of course, that you know, Jeffrey Epstein may have said slurs on Xbox Live.
here we go. Notice of permanent enforcement action, harassment, threats, and abuse. This email is to notify you that your Xbox Live account privileges
But I guess technically this is in the files, so okay, fine.
have been permanently suspended due to harassment, threats, and/or abuse of other players. So let me get this straight. Jeffrey Epstein got banned by Xbox Live before he got arrested. He was permanently banned in 2013. Do you know what you had to do to get permanently banned in 2013? Like, I'm pretty sure you could have read all of...
Yeah, but that was after being convicted of or pleading. Did he plead guilty or was he convicted of soliciting on my... I don't know the charge. I'm a politics streamer, by the way.
Mein Kampf, and you wouldn't have gotten banned.
I think
Bill
in
Gates did
2008
this to him after he got met. So you think Bill Gates
when the big
banned
bombshell
Jeffrey
hit.
Epstein's
Hello,
after he doesn't give Bill Gates STD antibiotics to secretly give to his wife
Antibiotics.
whenever he was hooking up with a Russian hooker?
To add insult to the injury, you then implore me to please delete the emails regarding your STD. Your request that I provide you antibiotics that you can surreptitiously give to Melinda and the description of your penis.
Check the dates. Yeah, where's the dates here?
This is so not interesting to me.
Fucking way. It was 5 months later. He moved over to WoW? No.
He's breaking.
This has
He's
got to be
breaking.
fake. It has to be fake. This has to be fucking fake. And he was a Wrath baby. This was right before Cataclysm. Because Cataclysm came out on the 7th of December, 2010. Wait a minute. I could have rated... He was an indestructible... He could have been in... Jeffrey... This isn't real, right? No, I don't believe this. No,
This is so fucking useless to me. Like, I'm sorry. This is your guy? Like, this is lame. Like, I guess, like, as a side note, it's funny. Sure. But, like, I don't know, like, the Clips channel gets a whole segment dedicated to this, and it's got, what, 1.5 million views? Oh, God. Should we even watch their... You just watch...
I refuse to believe this. I got it. This is the Department of Justice. Jeffrey Epstein played WoW.
He doesn't read or research anything, but he thinks he's a commentator. Don't judge me, okay? I don't either.
Guys, this is a big deal. Like, terms and conditions. So, to begin your adventures, so he started playing in 2010. So, he probably started playing to get ready to play Cataclysm. The guy's like a virus. He was everywhere, even in games. Bro, how did this guy do everything? So, he's calling people the N-word on Xbox Live. He's playing World of Warcraft. He's on 4chan.
We really have to be specific about calling people the N-word on Xbox Live. Like, I know it's a meme, but I got it, man.
And trying to get them to make new image boards. He's running up...
Asmon, I mean, no, I know you were talking about Asmongold. I was talking about my... Oh, you're... Sorry. Yeah. This is the worst kind of yapper. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Operations
I
between
mean, I am
the
too.
CIA, Mossad, and British intelligence. On top of that, he's got his own private fucking island. He's hanging out with presidents all the time. He's arguing with Bill Gates in emails. Dude, what the fuck? All the time.
Okay.
He's
I was just making sure
arguing
you
with Bill
included Donald
Gates in
Trump.
emails. Dude, what the fuck? Bobby Kotick was in Jeffrey Epstein's black book. The thing is that I was on the most popular Alliance server. There is a good chance that Jeffrey Epstein could have played on my server. I mean, let's be honest, right? He either
Okay,
played...
shut the fuck up. I'm done. Gamergate was all a psyop. Indeed, it was. We should talk about that at some point too. But let's look at his other video. Bill Gates is fucked.
This is one of the craziest leaks. Stuff's going giga viral. Epstein emails DOJ drop memorializing a fight he had with Bill Gates. In it, he says that Bill Gates got STDs from Russian hookers and then asked Jeffrey for antibiotics that Bill could secretly...
It's just interesting that, like, he's talking about Bill Gates, but he hasn't said shit about, like, Donald Trump yet. And, you know, Bill Gates, I'm sure, is a, you know, depraved maniac. He's a fucking billionaire. But from what I've heard, Donald Trump was the worst of the worst. Like, up there with Epstein, doing the most depraved, degenerate, disgusting things to the most innocent of people.
give to Melinda without her noticing. Oh, man. Holy shit.
It's just
Dear
interesting he
Bill,
doesn't
I
come
cannot
up
believe that you have
on
chosen
Asmon's
to
channel.
disregard our friendship, developed over the last 6 years. I am aware that accidents happen. It is how each of us has chosen to deal with this unfortunate event that has me dismayed beyond comprehension. You have decided to discharge me from my job. You had Larry...
Also, I just want to point this out. Like, Bill Gates and the rest of them, they got to be miserable, right? Like, I'm not saying that, like, this, you know, absolves them of anything or, like, that we shouldn't punish them. Like, I'm not saying any of that at all. Like, throw them under the jail, right? But it is worth noting that, like, the after all of these disgusting sessions that they have, or whatever you want to call them, like, you know, after committing various crimes, the likes of which, you know, the world has never seen before, they can't feel good, right? Like, and you see, like, all of their friendships disintegrating before our eyes. They're all willing to throw each other right under the bus, you know, to save their own skins. Like they're scrambling. Like making a deal with the devil like this cannot be good for your soul.
Your PR
That's all I'm
person, tell me
saying.
that I engaged in morally inappropriate
they gotta
behavior.
be
He asked me to be the major actor in a
miserable.
cover-up so that you can maintain the reputation that you have worked so hard to achieve. You asked me to recommit to a confidentiality agreement and
Donald
have
Trump is
categorically
shitting
told me
himself
that
on
we
live
cannot
TV.
have any direct, ongoing business relationship. This is in total disregard for its impact on the public perception of my reputation. I will have to diligently avoid the truth. I will have to tell people that Bill will not invest with me and craft an answer that suits your needs. You did agree to send a letter of recommendation should a future employer ask for one. You have told me that Melinda insists on me not communicating with you unless Larry is
Is this hold on? Don't tell me this is AI generated Jeffrey Epstein's voice, is it? Did they throw this into fucking an AI generator and say, read it like you're Jeffrey copy Jeffrey Epstein's voice and read this? That'd be nuts.
Larry is copied or present, though you have consistently maintained that I could not have done a better job and that I was underpaid compared to my contribution. You then, beyond all sense of fairness and frankly decency, said that as generous compensation for keeping the Gates reputation intact, you would let me keep what we agreed I had already
You can't just get like Microsoft Sam to do it, you know, like or something. What about the what is it called, the Twitch one that's like whenever there's a dono it's like Alicanta, it sucks balls, or something like that.
Owned the investment pieces and give me 2 years severance, similar to Christine Turner, another casualty. If the shoe was on the other foot, I would have said, this is not your fault. I confessed to Melinda. It was in a moment of weakness, and I will do...
I know I keep pausing for this, but like, why necromance Jeffrey Epstein of all people? Why bring that man's voice back to life with the AI generator magician? Like, why do that? I hate AI so much. I hate Slop World.
Anything
Slop
within my
World
power to make it right for you. I have more money than anyone needs.
Disgusting.
I will bend over backwards to make sure your next career is rewarding and on an upswing. That is what I would have done had I been in your shoes. What I did receive, however, was an unfriendly, strongly worded email, and that I should not look to you for any significant financial help in the future. To add insult to the injury, you then implore me to please delete the emails regarding until you were ready to discard me and our friendship.
When you met him 10 years ago, he was convicted of soliciting prostitution. It was reported that you continued to meet with him over several years. What did you do?
Yeah, that's all AI generated voices. It's getting better with time, and you can like give it input to say like sound like this, inflect like that. You can do that now, but yeah, like for the most part, it still sounds like it sounds like you're doing a little bit of ketamine. Like whoever's speaking is doing a little bit of ketamine, and they're like a little, you know, not all there.
When you found out about his background?
Well, he's dead, so you know.
He's dead. We should just stop talking about him, right, man?
In general, you always have to be careful.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, huh? Oh man, this is sick. Don't worry, honey, it's a B vitamin. Yeah, bro, like this is no, it's
okay. Yeah, so basically, for those watching on YouTube, I started this stream not very long ago to talk about how the conservatives were reacting to the Epstein situation. This is basically it. Like, all they're doing is pointing the fingers at the people that they have been pointing fingers at since forever. Bill Gates being one, Bill Clinton being one, lots of Bills. And they're just ignoring Donald Trump and Elon Musk and all of the rest of the epic, amazing, big chungus, wholesome 100 gamer boys who never did anything wrong in their lives ever, because their opinions align with the opinions of Asmongold's audience. So, you know, that's where I'm at right now. And frankly, it's, you know, it's disheartening that the alleged party that wants to protect children so badly just haven't seemed to speak up about any of this much at all, besides, you know, Bill Gates and Bill Clinton. It's kind of wild when you think about it. Absolutely no self-reflection. By the way, am I loud enough? I think I'm loud enough. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I know I keep having like consistent mic problems. Ever since I reset Windows and upgraded to Windows 11, OBS has been giving me like issue after issue. Like every time I open up OBS and I try to start stream, I have to like reset the YouTube input, because otherwise I just like it just doesn't connect to YouTube for some reason. It's so fucking annoying. Not annoying enough that I'll fix it anytime soon, but annoying enough that I'll be reminded I should fix it. By the way, thank you very much, Sagatanuki, for 5 tier 1 gifted subs. We saw him playing MMORPGs before. There's no way he was actually playing WoW with hands and a brain back then. Who, Jeffrey Epstein? Or Elon Musk? Jeffrey Epstein was a gamer. You sound good from my end, thank you. Are you guys doing HRT talk in my chat? Don't you know that's illegal? Being trans is illegal. Stop it. Stop it. You're not allowed. You're going to get me in trouble. Stop being trans. I'm just kidding. For the if that didn't come across, that was very flat. I was just kidding. What's up, Dubsy? Gee, sorry. I'm watching what they did to Nazi collaborators after the fallout of World War II. It's fucked up. I mean, it's fucked up that they were collaborators. They were like informants and whatever else. I don't know that we're going to get a moment like that in America. I really don't. I don't know if I can't predict the future, but I don't know. I do have a question higher. If you wanted to address it, you don't know. A question? What's your question? I'm assuming you mean you have a question. By the way, my views on YouTube have been asked lately, and it's you guys' fault. Look at this. I can't even crack 1,000 on a Matt Walsh video anymore. My most popular video on the channel is Matt Walsh with over 100,000 views. What's wrong with you people? Go watch my shit. I'm going to see my doctor Thursday to see about how to get a gender dysphoria diagnosis. Do you know how about how long that will take? If you know and want to talk about it right now. I don't know how long it takes. You'd be better off asking like an actual trans person. I mean, if it were me, I would probably conduct like an interview with you and, you know, take thorough notes and just say this is how this person presents and talks and acts and whatever. And, you know, I believe that the best path forward would be such and whatever, HRT maybe. But it's just a matter of how fast the team wants to / legally can go. And frankly, I've heard that process is pretty long. But all that means is the sooner you get started, the better. So. A gender dysphoria diagnosis? Oh, I'd probably, like, that's something that honestly a psych person could give you in one appointment. It would only take one appointment. Like, if we treated it like any other diagnosis, you can make a diagnosis, like a preliminary diagnosis, in one appointment. It's not hard. Now, could you be wrong? Sure. But, like, you know, so anybody can be wrong on a number of things. If you seem to have the criteria for gender dysphoria, then I would say I would diagnose you with that and, you know, say this is the best path forward, HRT. It definitely also depends on what state you're in, indeed. I don't want to do Matt Walsh. Let's do Michael Knowles. I don't particularly want to do Michael Knowles either. But I do want to see what he's blabbing about with the Epstein files. All right, so we just got done looking at Asmongold and his coverage of the Epstein file, drops, which have been enormous and very telling, and nothing seems to be happening yet. But we'll see what goes on. I was looking for conservatives' reactions to this because conservatives are the party of family values. They're the party that wants to protect children, and so I thought, they must be all up in arms about this. But alas, it's been like 3 or 4 days since the first drops, like the first major drops. And, Michael Knowles seems to be one of very few people that are actually discussing it. New Epstein files, facts and fake news. Now, this is a 50-minute video. I am not watching this man for 50 minutes. You can't make me. I won't do it. But I will watch him for as long as I can bear and just see what he's got. Okay, so he talks about the Epstein interview, the Epstein files. Detransitioner wins 2 million. Okay, so he starts talking about the detransitioner story. I heard about that. Okay, so we can at least then just cap it at 31 minutes for sure. That's a hard cap. And then the soft cap will be whenever I get bored. So let's just get started. Go.
The Department of Justice has released 3 million previously unseen documents, pictures, and videos related to Jeffrey Epstein. I spent the weekend going through more of them than I probably should have. Some of the claims in the files are shocking. The names in the files are a who's who of the most influential people in the world, some
True.
that I hadn't even seen before. And this is the most important thing. I have never been more vindicated on my prediction back when all this Epstein stuff began. I'm Michael Knowles. This is the Michael Knowles Show.
He seems to always be vindicated and never wrong on anything, as with all of them. What was that? Does he think he's cool? Whose leg do you have to hunt to get a dry martini around
Welcome
here?
back to the show. Christopher Nolan is doing a new movie about the Odyssey, like Homer's Odyssey. And Helen of Troy,
That was the lamest opening I've ever seen from any YouTuber, by the way, ever.
the most beautiful woman in the Greek world, will be played by Lupita Nyong'o. Some people are surprised by this casting.
Wait, what are we talking about? Wait.
The Greek world will be played by Lupita
What happened? I thought we were talking about the Epstein files. No, we have to get mad at a black woman for a minute.
Nyong'o. Some people are surprised by this casting. Seems a little
She looks great.
anachronistic, doesn't quite seem to fit the story. We will get to that, what some are calling the face that launched 1,000 quips. First, though, I want to tell you about Catholic Match. Go to CatholicMatch.com. This episode is sponsored by Catholic Match. February is here. This
I
is the
grew up
month of
Catholic.
love
Maybe I should go
and
on there.
Valentine's Day. But while our culture celebrates with chocolates and roses,
Would it be good? Okay, first of all, would it even be legal for me to go on CatholicMatch.com and just like hit up random people? Could I do that's not against the law, right? Like to do that while streaming. So first I have to consider, is it against the law? Then I have to consider, is it against YouTube TOS? And then I have to consider, is it against Twitch TOS? I don't think that it is. I guess I could be wrong. No, because you could give, you have no idea what kind of identifying information they could give. I can't do that.
how many
It
young
would be funny,
Catholics
though.
are actually finding the kind of love that leads to sacramental marriage? I hear from a lot of young people about how hard it is out there to date, and especially if you want to date Catholics, especially if you want to date
I
serious
could do it off
Catholics,
the air and then
people who
show the
understand
results.
that marriage is.
Why am I watching the
Satan's
ad?
sign.
Skip forward.
This Epstein stuff, man. Thanks a lot, DOJ. Thanks a lot. I know we've been calling for more transparency on
Troy/Ilya was in modern day Turkey. Having a dark skinned woman would be normal. I don't care. I have never cared less about the skin color of a fucking actor or actress or whatever than I do right now. It does not matter. If they fit the role well and the skin color, like obviously if you're sitting there going, yes, like the Snow White thing was pretty funny. You got to admit the Snow White thing was pretty funny because the whole point of part of the story was that Snow White had fairer, meaning whiter skin, because we, live in a fucked up racist society. So we call whiter skin fair, which has like a very positive connotation. Snow White had whiter skin and was fairer than the witch lady, whatever her name was. Okay? So that was funny, but I mostly just found that funny. I wasn't offended or anything as like a white guy.
Epstein, and even when it comes to
But I just don't
transparency, I
care.
think what people really want is just justice for people who have committed crimes. And what they want even more than that is to just know who this guy was. Who was Jeffrey Epstein? What
we know
does
who
he
he was.
represent? I think that's really, when people talk about Epstein, that's what they really want. And one way they talk about it is by saying, we need justice
Well,
for the victims. And
yes.
the more abstracted way they talk about it is, we need transparency. We actually don't need transparency over a lot of how our government and Justice Department function. Certain
What an interesting thing to say, Michael Knowles. We don't need Listen, I know a lot of people are asking for transparency on this whole, pedophile thing with Jeffrey Epstein or whatever. Like, I'm here to tell you, no, you don't.
activities of the government, just like activities of business, actually do require
I
some
know,
secrecy, some classification. So it's not that we're saying everything needs to be declassified, everything needs to be transparent. We just want to know, one, we want justice to be done, but two, we want to know who this man is. One of the most
We know who he
revealing
was.
places to begin is this series of media training sessions that Steve Bannon, former chief strategist at the White House and of the...
Okay, to be fair to him, to be as charitable as possible, we are finding out new things about him, of course. Such as being like, I think it's still alleged at this point, but he was like a close collaborator with the creators of 4chan or whatever. What's his name? Noob, or it's something with 2 O's in it. I can't remember. And that's kind of a revelation. And the fact that like Poll, just had like the Poll for subsection of 4chan, Moot, thank you. Just happened to like, I don't know the whole story, but it's definitely sus. So I'll be as fair as possible to Michael Knowles, but people aren't asking like who was Jeffrey Epstein. They're asking who was involved with Jeffrey Epstein. We know enough about Jeffrey Epstein. What we don't know is who was around him, besides Donald Trump and Elon Musk that we're finding out. Elon Musk was a bit of a shock to me, I'll be honest. Not that I would put it past him ever to engage in that kind of behavior. I just didn't think that he did. Like, I thought, like, at best, he, like, had a very, like, minimal contact with Jeffrey. But turns out he was sending emails to the guy being like, please let me go to Pedophile Island. Please, I just want to party with the cool kids and rip out the flesh of minors, please. Please, sir.
Trump campaign, Trump won, that he had with Jeffrey Epstein. Apparently Epstein hired Steve Bannon as a media consultant or something like that. And so this gives people, pretty much for the first time, the opportunity to hear Epstein in his own words. And I'm just going to play a brief clip. I mean, there are hours and hours of this footage. But here's a little brief clip of Epstein talking about one of the big problems in children's education.
Potentially one of the bad things to teach children is how to...
Probably, like, that they were in school and not on his island.
Potentially one of the bad things to teach children is how to write. It's writing, reading, and arithmetic was supposed to be, everyone's supposed to be taught. But writing forces you into a very narrow channel of thinking. You have to write in a certain form, in a certain way, in a certain linear pattern. So your thinking becomes somewhat narrow. The reason I brought up writing is one of the recent discoveries of mine with respect to Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle is they never wrote anything. They spoke, and people around who could write wrote.
Okay. Written language does necessarily limit your imagination to some extent, I guess, or like your communication, because like if you were never given any kind I'm explaining what he's trying to get at, I think. Not that we should care, it's fucking Jeffrey Epstein, but since he brought it up, like yes, with any kind of structure, it brings limitations on creativity and how you can, like limitation is kind of the point, you know? Like if we didn't have like any language whatsoever, you could also have a freer mind in order to communicate more creative things to people, more things that are outside the box of what other people would think. But the point of like the structure that language gives us and what it has done for us outweighs the creativity that you would get without it. You know what I mean? Like, you need those limitations. We require those. We need these boxes that we put languages into.
Socrates.
This is
could
very
think.
stupid.
So that was.
Jesus of Nazareth was the same way, right? Never wrote anything.
I thought he was a carpenter.
He was a carpenter.
Didn't he need like a little carpenter's tool? I don't want to get that.
But at least his written
What the fuck are you
One
talking
last
about?
thing.
Sure. Thank you for having me.
I was being way too generous to him. He's literally just like, oh yeah, just don't teach kids to write. Because he heard one time that like, oh, writing, like he heard it on Facebook or some shit. He's like scrolling Facebook and he like finds this thing that's like, did you know that these people didn't actually write anything? And that's why we shouldn't teach kids to, like, he's just a fucking idiot. I'm being way too generous to this fucking disgusting piece of shit.
Okay, so I have 3 takeaways from this brief clip. 1, he doesn't know how to respond when Bannon brings up Christ. That was a little freaky. You know, we've talked about occult aspects of the Epstein operation.
That's what you took from this?
The weird pagan-looking temple on the island and some of the weird...
Okay, yeah, I know Jeffrey Epstein like did all the things that we know that he did, but if you really think about it and you look at this interview, when you say the name Jesus Christ to him, he makes me feel uncomfortable because he, you know, doesn't know how to respond when our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is brought up to his earballs. Like, what are you talking about, dude?
Rituals and practices that are referenced in some of these emails and by some of the people who were in the emails. And he reacts in a way, it's not even spooky as much as it is goofy. I thought he was a carpenter. What does he need, little carpenter's tools or what? What? Very odd. Not
he
odd,
should
actually,
practice
if you read
that
the Bible,
Jeffrey Epstein impression
the,
more.
The name of Christ does scare demons. You know, it kind of freaks them out. They don't know what to make of it. But the second thing that strikes me is that this guy has a very silly voice. You would expect...
Excuse me?
I would have expected Jeffrey Epstein, this guy, lots of money, harem of women, some of them underage, but some of them above age, just like women.
My dude. That's so not. This is insane.
Money,
This is crazy.
yachts,
I'm just gonna let him cook.
Booze, fancy
He's cooking some dubious food, but let him cook.
Billionaires and statesmen and scientists,
Really
all these
glazing
people all
this
around him.
motherfucker.
You'd kind of expect him maybe to sound like James Bond or something, this international man of mystery, and yet he sounds like a slightly dodgier Woody Allen, like a more morally suspect Woody Allen.
You know, I really would have expected this fucking pedophile to sound cool, like a James Bond character. Okay, dude.
Well, Steve,
Okay.
it's funny you... He sounds like Dr. Fauci. Can you just play me like 5 seconds of that clip? Can you... Am I mistaken to say...
Potentially one of the bad things to teach children.
Okay, all right. Pause it right there. So it's more Woody Allen than Dr. Fauci.
Is it because they're
Potentially
both
one
Jewish?
of the bad things... Well, but it's still got a little bit of that Dr. Fauci.
Is he doing like really, really covert anti-Semitism? Is that what he's doing? Maybe that's taking it too far, but I could definitely read that into this. He is glazing a pedophile. That's like the pedophile, by the way. The child sexual abuser.
Because if you just lower it a little bit, potentially one of the bad things to teach children is that you're good to get no, but you're good to buy. So I guess he's a New Yorker. All right, there you have it. He sounds goofy. The words he says, his responses to questions are kind of goofy. He's not as quick on his feet as you would expect. His voice sounds kind of goofy. And then, hold on, let me get back to the first claim he made. He said we shouldn't teach children to write because The smartest people in history, Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle,
Probably
didn't write.
one of the
There's
worst
just one
things he ever
problem.
said about
Plato
children,
and Aristotle
really.
definitely wrote. They wrote a lot. They sort of famously wrote. Socrates did not write. That's true. Socrates, we know of, really is a character from Plato's dialogues. And he had conversations with people in the city. Plato for sure wrote. He wrote a lot. Aristotle wrote. Some of what we have of his
don't
is
fucking
his
care.
notes.
Between Michael Knowles and Asmonfuck, like, why are they talking about this shit that doesn't matter? Asmonfuck was like, oh, did you know that he played Warcraft? And I'm like, okay, cool. And then Michael Knowles is like, did you know that he said children shouldn't be able to... Guess what else he said about children and did with them, Michael? I mean, maybe we could talk about that. Like, you said there's hours and hours and hours of this footage, and this is what you picked out to discuss. Like, do you really think like, are people, like, actually eating this up? Underage women. You mean children? That's true. I didn't even fucking catch that. Yeah, you said he had a harem of women, some of them underage. You mean women, dog? Or children. You mean children. Dumbass.
It's like his lecture notes and things that people wrote about
crazy.
him. But they wrote. So he's just wrong on a basic fact about
Probably
two
played
of
Doom,
the three foundations
Halo.
of Western philosophy.
Who fucking cares?
Which means
he also, like, fucked
Jeffrey
children.
Epstein is not that smart. He's kind of goofy. He gets kind of flummoxed. He's not that smart. Now, he obviously had a certain genius, but he's not the global international super genius you might expect, which seems to lend credibility to something more going on behind the scenes.
Why is he glazing him?
Now, it's worth pointing out, Jeffrey Epstein ostensibly is a Wall Streeter. And Wall Streeters are not necessarily that smart. Wall Streeters are very good at making money. That is a specific skill set. It does not imply that you know anything about Plato and Aristotle. It does not imply that you are a particularly deep thinker.
It's the most useless skill set, by the way. Like, objectively.
It can. There are intelligent Wall Streeters, but it's not a one-to-one. So it could just be that he's kind of a bruiser Wall Streeter. I mean, some of the guys in sales and trading around the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, they're tough guys. They're the kind of guys if they weren't working there, they'd be working in a butcher shop in the Bronx or something. So it could be that he's just that guy, or it could be that he's a stand-in for some larger systems. At the very least, I think what we can conclude is he is not in himself some super genius. He's an influence peddler. He gets himself a spot on the Trilateral Commission because he's friends with David Rockefeller. And then he gets a spot on the Council on Foreign Relations.
He was very well connected.
He's just moving in these circles with all sorts of people. The Clintons and the Rothschilds and the Trumps and everybody. Just everybody.
He said Trump? I'm impressed.
The Musks and Silicon Valley and this and that and this and that. He's just moving with everybody. The Israelis and the Arabs and the Russians and the Americans and just everybody. He's an influence peddler. So this is the question.
He's correct on this.
Who is Jeffrey Epstein? There seem to be 4 buckets of stuff that we learned from the files that we already knew, by the way, about Jeffrey Epstein. There's the finance bucket.
I think he's trying to say that Epstein was a puppet. Yeah, I caught that. Epstein was like the mastermind. As far as we know, I don't know if it goes any deeper than like if you dug down to its nougaty core, right? Epstein is at the center of all of this. I don't think it gets any more central than him.
There's the politics bucket. There's the weird sex bucket, obviously. And then there's this last thing. There's the science bucket. Jeffrey Epstein founds an institute, Santa Fe Institute. It's in the Bannon interviews, to pick up a bunch of scientists at the end of the Cold War because they had been nuclear scientists working during the Cold War. They were out of work. He wanted to scoop them up. He's palling around with a lot of people from Harvard and MIT. He's very interested in things like string theory, and it's weird. And so the question for people is, how do these things fit in with one another, and who is he? I will go.
What I've heard is that Jeffrey Epstein was basically just trying to like crack reality such that like he could just propagate like offspring in a I don't know, like it's he believes some ridiculous things.
Oh, very quickly through the Epstein files that most stood out to me. That
Knowles wishes he could have visited the island. I won't put that on him, but I will say that it is interesting that his worst accusation of Jeffrey Epstein thus far is that he had an entire harem of women, some of them underage. That is very telling.
includes links to the Russians, to the Arabs, to the Jews, to the Syrians.
Which PDF is Michael Knowles defending? The PDF.
To the Americans, to the
You know the
Brits,
one.
to the everybody, to the CIA, to the FBI. How much time do we have? And what new things have we learned? We will get to all of that. First, though, I want to tell you about Cowboy Colostrum. Go to cowboycolostrum.com/Knowles, KNWLES. If you finally want to fix your gut, make your hair healthier and stronger, and add some glow to your redacted to Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, let's get to the Epstein files. Here we go. Epstein file from
Search
September
Trump.
11th, 2011.
Do a search on Trump, a word
from
search.
redacted to
See how
Jeffrey
many times
Epstein.
it comes up.
Spoke with Igor. He said last time you were in Palm Beach, you told him you had an appointment
Igor.
with Putin on September 16th and that he could go ahead and book his ticket to Russia and arrive a few days before you. He also looked into security in Sochi for you. He said, regardless, he will still need to go to Russia tomorrow to sort out his Russian passport, which
Sochi?
expires at the end of September. So he will still fly back to New York on the 19th. He will be happy to go back to Russia with you on September 26th if you go. Okay. How is Jeffrey Epstein getting appointments with Putin, the, at this time, leader of Russia for over 10 years? Is he, okay, let's just put this in the column of maybe he was working with the KGB. If he's a super spy, maybe he was working with the Russians. Next one. This is an email from a sultan in Dubai, Sultan bin Sulayem, a big business leader in Dubai. Dear Jeffrey, I'm attaching some media clipping.
Colostrum as in human milk. That is, wait, you're right. That is like human milk. Should I go back?
Your daily routine. Our sponsor, Cowboy Colostrum, offers the highest quality bovine colostrum available in the U.S.
Bovine. Okay. Yeah, it comes from cows too.
To New York on the 19th. He will be happy to go back. He was working with the Russians. Next one. This is an email
Still
from a
kinda
sultan
weird.
in Dubai,
I don't know.
Sultan bin Sulayem, a big business leader in Dubai. Dear Jeffrey, I'm attaching some media clipping regarding the Israeli operation in Dubai. I will call you around 7 p.m. Eastern time. What happened doesn't help anyone. This is from Wednesday, February 17th, 2010. I don't remember this particular Israeli operation in Dubai. This would seem to imply that Epstein is either working with the Israelis. He's saying, hey, I want to talk to you about this Israeli operation. Okay, maybe he was working with the Israelis. It might also imply maybe he was working with the Arabs. Why is the Sultan reaching
Or
out to
both.
Epstein? Is Epstein a go-between between the Arabs?
Turns out people from all cultures, there are people from all cultures who are powerful enough and depraved enough to want what Jeffrey Epstein has, and he provided. So I'm not surprised that he had his fingers in every single pot.
The Israelis. Next one. This is an email from Jeffrey Epstein to blank. He passed away.
Hello, Liz.
It says
Welcome
Robert
in.
Maxwell threatened Mossad. And there are all sorts of weird typos and kind of odd formatting errors, maybe just in the way these emails were exported. But Robert Maxwell was the spy, reportedly a double or possibly triple agent for Israel and Russia and maybe the British, who had a big media empire. He was the father of Ghislaine Maxwell, who was the girlfriend and madam for Jeffrey Epstein. And Robert Maxwell died under very suspicious circumstances and got a funeral in Israel. So Robert Maxwell threatened Mossad, writes Jeffrey Epstein. He told them that unless they gave him 400 million pounds to save his crumbling empire, he would expose all he had done for them. In that time, he had free access to Margaret Thatcher's Downing Street, Ronald Reagan's White House, to the Kremlin, and to the corridors of power throughout Europe. Maxwell passed on all the secrets he learned to Mossad in Tel Aviv. In turn, they tolerated his excesses, vanities, and insatiable appetite for a luxurious lifestyle in women. He told his controllers who they should target, how they should do it. He appointed himself as Israel's unofficial ambassador to the Soviet bloc. Okay, So we don't know who this is to. This could insinuate that Epstein had a relationship with Mossad. It could insinuate that he didn't really. Maybe he was not particularly pro-Israel, in as much as he's...
Which is interesting. I don't know why they would redact, like, who they sent this to. Like, why redact that? Jeffrey Epstein was in direct contact with this person. Why? I don't understand. There's no reason.
Accusing Israel of murdering Robert Maxwell. Robert Maxwell, who had been working with Israel, and I guess the Russians and the Americans and the British. Was he a quadruple agent? Next one. From Jeffrey Epstein to Joy Ito. Epstein writes, talk today. He says, my schedule's a bit crappy, but I could call from the car. Where will you be? By the way, I'm trying to get a friend out of prison in Syria. You don't happen to have anyone with influence over Assad, do you? And Jeffrey Epstein responds, not for email. This is one of my favorite emails in the entire batch. And actually, there are a number of emails like this. Not for email. All the stuff this guy is emailing about. Weird sex stuff. International intrigue between really every sector of the entire globe, scientific secrets. Did I mention weird sex stuff? All the stuff Jeffrey Epstein emails about, joking or not joking about killing people. And yet Jeffrey Epstein knows some things are really not to be put in writing, including, do you have influence over Assad? He has influence over Assad? Now is he working for the Syrians? If Jeffrey Epstein knows that some things are not for email and his emails are this titillating, what on earth is not in the emails? And what...
I think I'm kind of mixed on this coverage because, like, he's not, like, he's talking about Jeffrey Epstein's connections around the world, but, like, I just can't be that charitable to Michael Knowles. I feel like he's really not touching on the most interesting and, frankly, the most concerning aspects of this, which is, one, the most powerful man on earth, President Donald Trump, is in the files thousands of times. And two, the richest man on earth, Elon Musk, is also in the files, begging to go to Jeffrey Epstein's island on a night where he is having the craziest fucking party. You know, I just feel like this is the first... Like, if this were, like, the 7th or 8th video in, like, a series that he's doing on the Jeffrey Epstein files, then I would buy it more, and I'd be more charitable. But this is, like, the first and only video. Facts and fake news. So what's the fake news, then? I'm going to skip ahead, I think.
What influence did Jeffrey Epstein have over Jeffrey, this is from 2011, understood, remember, there are already $80 billion in frozen assets internationally.
Yeah, not to mention he was fucking glazing as well. He was glazing the shit out of Jeffrey Epstein.
Of which 32 billion are in the U.S. It's estimated that the real number is somewhere to 4 times this amount in sovereign, stolen, misappropriated assets, blah, 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 blah. They're talking about Libya, right, during that Libya operation.
Okay, I'm skipping ahead again.
Well, we don't know exactly what the lawyers requested. We do, however, know the CIA's response, and this is very, very interesting. Let's pull up the CIA's response. Do we have it? Okay. Dear Mr. Weinberg, Epstein's lawyer, on July 25th, 2011, the Office of Information Privacy Coordinator received your letter request providing additional information pertaining to your client, Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. Since you have provided the necessary information, we processed Mr. Epstein's request in accordance with the Freedom of Information Act and the Privacy Act. We searched for CIA-originated responsive records that might reflect an open or otherwise acknowledged agency affiliation existing from November 5th, 1999, the date of our previous acceptance letter, to July 25th, 2011, the date we accepted Mr. Epstein's current request. We were unable to locate any information or records. That phrasing, we searched for CIA-originated response to July 25th, 2011, the date we accepted Mr. Epstein's current request. We were unable to locate any information or records. That
phrasing,
back
to Michael.
We searched for CIA-originated responsive records that might reflect
what's the point of that transition?
Or otherwise acknowledged agency affiliation between 1999, well, from 1999 to 2011. Okay. Open or acknowledged. Well, we know that a lot of what the CIA does is not open or acknowledged. Why is Jeffrey Epstein requesting this information from the CIA in the first place? If there's just nothing in there, why would he, and what specifically did he request? Did he say, is there any open and acknowledged relationship between you guys and me? They go on. The CIA says, with respect to responsive records that would reveal a classified connection to the CIA, in accordance with Section 36A of Executive Order, blah, 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 as amended, the CIA can neither confirm nor deny the existence or non-existence of records responsive to your request. The fact of the existence or non-existence of
again.
Why did he deny it? Was he perhaps assured that there was no public relationship documented between?
He's got a third
Jeffrey Epstein
ad.
Clear problem accounts from their books before audits begin. This creates a narrow window where they are far more willing to cut deals than any.
Donewithdebt.com. I got a way to be done with debt. Just abolish all of it.
So the most salacious accusations, rather, that come out of the Epstein files come from FBI interviews. So the FBI interviewed one person in particular, one or two people in particular. And here are some of the claims.
Okay.
George H.W. Bush, like, raped a baby or something like that. George Bush
I'd absolutely
and
believe
Bill
that.
Clinton raped someone, I think, at the same time. Epstein and Clinton raped a guy at the same time. There's another one. It was like Bush was raping someone or eating a baby or something while Trump watched or something like, oh, you say, wow, that's really crazy.
Okay. Wait. We were like really digging through the files before when we were just talking about Jeffrey Epstein's connections to like Putin and shit. But now that we're talking, well, you know, George H.W. Bush eating a baby or some shit. I don't know. Who's to say? You know, like, this is substantial. Like, there are plenty of accounts from victims that, like, why would you not believe that? Are you telling me that that you believe in like you believe Jeffrey Epstein over these victims, basically? You know, that's kind of insane.
And then you get to reports. Oh, sorry. Redacted stated all of the above incidents.
Not even believe Jeffrey Epstein over these victims. Like this. What am I trying to say? This is all connected to Jeffrey Epstein. I'm not saying that it is all 100% verifiable fact. Okay. After all, these are just interviews with alleged victims. But if the stories are all like, you know, supporting and corroborating each other and whatever, and yeah, it's like, why are you like shaking your head at this being like, there's no way, there's just no way. Like, this is silly, this is ridiculous. Who makes like, look at this. States he was raped, sodomized by Epstein in 2000 on a large yacht, 9 out of blank, as well as by former U.S. President William J. Clinton. Like, that sounds credible to me, given what we know about these men.
Were, quote, recovered repressed memories until he began
It's
therapy.
just an interesting
sometime in
response to
2016,
me.
approximately. Redacted offered no supporting or corroborating evidence or witnesses that could be contacted. Redacted appeared to be emotionally unbalanced and not intoxicated. At this time, it is not recommended that any additional investigative
nothing about
resources
Trump
be
here.
expended concerning redacted.
Oh, wait, no, yes, it is. Wait, he's right here. Current President Trump, along with his wife Melania, were present during that said yacht trip in 2000. Trump not married to his current spouse Melania until 2005.
Okay. There is a fair bit of this kind of stuff in there. Just like, person who does not appear to have any credibility makes crazy claims, like long after the Epstein scandal breaks. And the FBI is even joking about it in some cases. They say, oh, wow, Bush raped him with Clinton and Trump. And oh, wow, that's amazing. You know, and some people who I think are a little more credulous, and fair enough.
Okay, but my thing is they were all connected to Jeffrey Epstein. They've been in pictures together. Like, they all know each other and are in cahoots with each other. And it's not that far out there to believe that. Like, it's at this point, it's really not. Like, at this point, like, the ball is in the court of those who don't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to trust, frankly. A lot of this could be bullshit, but I just am inclined to believe it because we know that Jeffrey Epstein existed. We know a lot of the shit that he did. We know that he had connections and clients. We know that those clients have not been revealed until lately, right? And we know that we assume, I should say, a very logical assumption, that the very powerful people that Jeffrey Epstein was connected to took him out because he was going to blab, and now they are going to, and then after that, they started covering up anything that tried to make its way out, So, like, yeah, I'm inclined to, like, if they want to hide it that bad, right? Basically, what we're finding out is that our society is completely fake. It's all fake. It was made up by pedophile elites, and the political landscape right now is just a construct concocted by a few perverted men in their basement, while, like, gorging on infant, bones or whatever. I don't know. Bone marrow. Like, it's ridiculous.
If they recognize that a lot of our global elites are complete degenerates, but they just take all of this at face value. You can't take anything at face value when it comes to the Epstein case. The one thing we know for sure about Epstein is that he was deceitful, that he's morally not quite right, that he slips around. He's a master of disguise.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that people make all sorts of crazy accusations. Okay. I want to bring this full circle. What did I say at the top of the show? I said I've never been more vindicated in my prediction about Epstein. Because what did I say when the Epstein stuff all kicked off again? I said, guys, you are wasting your time. Maybe I should kick myself because I spent a lot of time over the weekend on this. I said, one of two things can be true about Jeffrey Epstein. Either he's exactly who the mainstream tell us he is. He's just an eccentric rich guy who coincidentally was friends with all the influential people in the world. And that's it. That's all. That's all there is to it. Nothing. Oh, and then he killed himself in a prison cell. Oopsie. And then the cameras went out. But they didn't go out, but then they did go out. And actually, never mind. He's just exactly who he says he is. Either that is true, or Jeffrey Epstein was something a little bit more than that.
Just a little bit.
But in the first case, let's say he is exactly who the mainstream tell us he is. In that case, we already know everything we're going to know about Jeffrey Epstein.
Wait, he's vindicated because he's like, oh, I knew all along that Jeffrey Epstein was up to no good, that rascal. What are you talking about?
In the case that Jeffrey Epstein is a little bit more than that, I want you to listen to this very carefully. We already know everything we're ever going to learn about Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, I know it's a very unpopular observation. I am so vindicated on this. 3 million documents just came out.
That's what he's vindicated on?
Significant new finding is there in the documents?
Well, for instance, that Elon Musk was trying to get to the island. He didn't bring that up yet. Elon Musk is implicated in the Epstein file. Like, he's literally just running cover. At this point, you're running cover. Michael Knowles is running cover. That'll be the title. Michael Knowles runs cover for Jeffrey Epstein collaborators. Like, that's all that is. Like you are, after glazing, once I must stress this, the amount of glaze that this man poured all over the corpse of Jeffrey Epstein, you couldn't get that much from a fucking horse cock. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's crazy. And then after that, you start saying, like, oh, by the way, like, this elite pedophile who was well connected to the top of society, we're never going to learn anything more about him. There's nothing to dig into here. There's nothing really to look at. We just want to know who he was. And don't ask more questions like, what about George H.W. Bush and Bill Clinton and Donald Trump and Elon Musk and all these rich fucking powerful people, just casually, taking a nice little trip to the pedophile island and eating babies and shit. Don't ask questions about it, because it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. I know it. You know it. Like, that's all he's doing. He's running cover. That's crazy. That's crazy work, man.
There's this titillating story about Bill Gates. Yeah. Oh, really interesting. Well, did you know he was talking to the Arabs? Actually, yes, I did. Did you know he was talking to the Israelis? Yes, I did. Did you know he was talking to American intelligence? I did. Did you know? We all knew all of that. We all knew all of that.
This is insane.
There are more titillating examples of this. What significant new finding For the people who come out and say, why don't we talk? Why don't we do something about do what? Do what? Do what?
It's a good question.
What new finding is there? Folks, they passed a law in the early 90s that said they had to release all the Kennedy files. Remember this? John F. Kennedy assassinated the 19...
I'm done. Not a single mention of Donald Trump, not a single mention of Elon Musk, which is ridiculous. You can't, like, those three names, Jeffrey Epstein, Elon Musk, and Donald Trump, you cannot separate them anymore. They are forever imprinted in the annals of history as connected. They're all connected to each other. So the fact that you can't even acknowledge that, Michael Knowles, is very telling. I was willing to be charitable to you at first, even though you made some very weird comments about Jeffrey Epstein, being like this James Bond type of guy with a fuck ton of money and women and a harem. And some of those women were underage, which would make them children, by the way, Michael. You were willing to say that much. I lost my train of thought completely. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. I was willing to be charitable to you at first, right? Even with all of that. But this is just blatantly covering up, like, very real crimes that people on your side have committed. Okay, and if you want to say Bill Clinton's on my side, sure, fine. I'm sure that there are people who are on my side or believe things that I do or have values that I do that are also implicated in that little black book. I have no doubt. Put them under the jail. I don't care. I don't care. I will turn them over. Can you say the same? Like, if you're watching this, if you're hate watching this and you're still here, first of all, congratulations. It's a long time to hate watch somebody. But second of all, like, really honestly ask yourself, at what point could I, like, if you don't actually think that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are implicated in any way, okay, ask yourself what would make you believe it. You to believe that. And if the answer is nothing, that's called being delusional. You're delusional. Donald Trump was absolutely on Pedophile Island. Elon Musk wanted to be there. We at least know that. Okay? So if either of those things are wrong, they're more than welcome to fucking sue me for defamation. Not that they know who I am or give a fuck, but, I'm not that important. Oh, hey, Tippy, what's up? But yeah, I just, yeah, it's crazy how, talk about being vindicated, right? I feel more vindicated than anybody has ever been vindicated on the fucking planet. Because, like, I grew up in a conservative household, and I believed all the things that conservatives did, and I voted for Trump in 2016 and whatever. And then I took a good long look at the world, and I said, I think, I might be on the wrong side of this. Maybe I was just, not born as morally lucky as some other people, and I ended up on the wrong side of this political equation. And then I switched. And you know what? One of the most vindicating decisions that I've ever made. That right? You guys got what I mean. I'm just saying. But yeah, very interesting how conservatives don't seem to want to talk at all about their own guys being in that in these files. I'm pretty pleased. My views have been pretty good lately on YouTube. I've been getting like consistently 60 to 80, which is great. I try to make a point of not looking over at the number. I shouldn't even really have it on the screen if I'm being honest, but it is nice that people are coming into the lives, even if the videos are suffering. It is nice to know that like people are at least coming in for the lives. That has been nice. I need to step up my editing, I guess. What do you mean? Oh, because of the videos. No, no, no. It's not you. It's like they just the algorithm don't pick it up. Your editing has nothing to do with that. Besides, like engagement. You know, when people, I guess it does have something to do with it, but it's not. It's not you. I'm watching over on Twitch side. Your great background noise. Thank you. I try. I'm glad people can listen to my voice in the background because I can't. I got back on. I literally started posting on Twitter again like yesterday, and I already got a fucking 15K liked tweet, which I don't even think is that good. Transitioning children should be a sex crime. And then here's the comment: we're gonna turn you into a girl. And then what's his fuck? Clarence Thomas came over and just bitch slapped her. And I was just like, they really, really wanted reasons to assault women. I mean, that's what I take from this. Like, they just seem to want reasons to smack women in the face. It is so easy to get, like, a viral post on Twitter. Here for the eye candy? Thank you. Clickbait thumbnails to catch men. I do clickbait thumbnails. My thumbnail, like, look, my thumbnails aren't that much different from other people's. I don't use my face anymore. I try to use some face of some kind. That tends to pull people in. They like faces, and they like color contrast and popping text and yellow text. Yellow text really gets the eyeballs. The arrow, I've been trying to use the arrow more. Yeah, there's a rhyme and reason to all of it. I feel like these are as clickbaity as you can get. Maybe not as clickbaity, but like people can tell when you're being patronizing. You know, like you gotta chill on the clickbait sometimes. Great stream, thank you. It's not over yet. But it is going to be on a brief siesta. I gotta go pee. I might also grab a little bit of food. Not sure yet. Either way, I'll be right back.
Any criminal crime don't pay. Seeing the crazy look, Eggman's fake. Don't let it hit you. 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 Don't let it hit you.
Okay, I'm back. Fiesta, missed opportunity. That could also be Fiesta, though. Fiesta and siesta. If Fiesta just sounds like a... that just sounds like a P-focused orgy. Somewhere in, you know, Latin-speaking area. Spanish. I don't know, I said Latin. Spanish-speaking area. You know you're hungry when, you scarf a fucking turkey sandwich from La Rosa's. Today at Clinical. So, what you guys don't know, which this is kind of fucked up, just so you know, like, if you want an inside look at what happens in psychiatrist's office, like, when you're not there, behind the scenes, drug reps are there, okay? Now, you may ask yourself, what's a drug rep? A drug rep is there specifically to sell you their drug. Like, you know how when the commercials say, ask your doctor about Qelbree, ask your doctor about Vyvanse, you know, stuff like that. Those are, like those people are doing the same thing to the doctors. They're coming in, they're feeding the doctors, right? And the healthcare professionals and everybody there, because, you know, they're trying to be nice. They're trying to put on a nice, smiling, happy face and say, here's some food for you. We scratch your back. Now you scratch ours and just listen to our pitch, right? And it's a little fucked up. I don't think it's like the most fucked up thing. But on the bright side, I do get food from it. So I got free food. And I brought home some La Rosas. But none of it was pizza, which I'm used to getting. It was just lasagna, salad. I got some spaghetti. I got some fettuccine alfredo, which is not my thing, but I know my wife likes it. And some turkey sandwiches. I just grabbed a few turkey sandwiches because nobody was touching those, and I'm like, well, if they're gonna get pitched anyway, I'm taking them. And so I grabbed 4 of them, and I just scarfed one, and it was so good. And I know, like, a La Rosa's turkey sandwich should not be good, but it was. Like, I don't know if it was just because I was super hungry, but like, I kind of want another one. I'd go to a Fiesta. I mean, if that's your thing, who knows? Maybe it's mine. You'll never get to know. I thought about, so with the whole fetish thing, because I was like, I felt the deep carnal need to reveal to the fact that, like, I was I was radicalized in a fetish Discord server, which sounds like an anime name. I was reincarnated and got radicalized into a leftist fetishist. But I brought up that need to say that, and I just never... I don't want to specify which one it is. It's personal. Gotta leave you guessing. I wish I could get some food, but I must lose weight. Why? I thought about it. I thought about it today, because I said the same thing to myself today. I was like, I gotta lose weight soon. But when I really thought about it, I'm like, why? Like, okay, I got a little bit of a gut. My wife don't fucking care. She don't care. She tells me she doesn't. I guess you can say she's lying, but I literally ask her, I'm like, do you want me to get buff again? You know, like, do you want me to look different than I currently do? You know, do you want me to lose weight? Like, what is it? Like, just tell me and I will do it. I feel like I've been very lazy. Just tell me if you want me to change my body. And she's like, no, you're fine. I was like, all right. Door's open. You can walk through that door anytime you want, and I will hit the gym and cut back on the food. But I decided, you know what? Right now, I got so much shit going on, and the world is fucked, so I'm just gonna let myself... I'm gonna let it all hang out. I don't fucking care. I also told myself, the harder you fight against it, right? The harder that you fight to try to get yourself to lose weight, the less you're going to want to do it, because the more it's going to feel like a chore. You don't want it to become a chore. You know? Like, you can ask yourself the question, is it worth having this sandwich right now? Or would it be worth having, you know, like, if, like, this will start a cycle, right? Like, now I'll give myself little excuses and just not, like, I'll fall off the wagon, basically. That's how you fall off the wagon. So is it worth falling off the wagon for this sandwich right now? And if your goal is, no, I want to look like a jacked fucking Zorro with a six-pack at AnimeCon this summer, you might say, this sandwich and how good and yummy it will taste in my tummy, okay? You taste in your mouth, but you get my point. It won't... That's... No, like, that's not worth it. I'm gonna fall off the wagon if I do this, and it's not worth it. I don't have a goal like that right now. Like, I thought about, like, cosplaying as Zorro in the summer. I'm just not that into cosplay anymore. Like, I used to be all about it. I used to love dressing up, and maybe if I tried it again, I would. But, like, it just has been in the back of my mind. It's not been a concern for me. So I just don't care. Cosplay was my reason for getting in shape in the first place, and I'm just not into it anymore. Maybe one day that'll change, but for right now, it's fine. I got a little bit of a gut, and I'm fine with that. I want you to shine your head more. It must be shiny like Archimedes' head heat ray. That's pretty true. People make fun of me for being bald, and I just, like, I don't understand that. Like, I know it's funny. You know. But, like, why? Like, why is it funny, though? Like, if you stop to think about it, a lot of people are bald, and they look fine bald. I just don't understand where this idea, like, I don't know, like, I haven't dug into the origins of, like, being ashamed of your baldness. Between the two, between my baldness and my gut, I'm more self-conscious about the gut, because that's something I actually have control over. I guess if I really wanted to, I could get hair plugs, but that's made fun of too. It's like, once you're bald, you're fucked. Like, anything that you do. So, not only is being bald bad, but combating the baldness is also a bad look, Sweaty. Like, you're not supposed to do it. You're not supposed to get hair plugs. You're not supposed to get toupees. You're not supposed to take medication. We're starting to lean off of that one. But even then, if you admit to being on, like, some kind of medication for your hair, like, that's supposed to be seen as, like, oh, look at this guy trying to compensate. Like, not only can you not be bald, you can't do anything about it either. The only proper thing to do if you're going bald is apparently to shave it and just hope that people don't make fun of you. My BF makes fun of you going bald, but he's going to be bald in about 2 years, give or take. His whole family with males are all bald. It's from the mom. So, like, if mom's dad is bald, there's a good chance that he will be bald. Music is still going? Yeah, I know. Is it too loud? That's as low as it can go. I can turn on my mic if it's like really a problem. Hold on one sec. His mom's dad is also bald? Ripperoni. Ripperoni. It's over. It's so over for bro. I thought I had another video pulled up about Elon Musk. Oh right, it was Elon Musk getting raided by the French police, right? Let's do a quick Elon Musk segment, and then I'll just play Half Sword for the rest of the time, probably. Okay, I just wanted to make a really quick segment about Elon Musk being in trouble over the Epstein files because I can't stand that guy. So let's go over it. Elon Musk's emails to Jeffrey Epstein revealed in latest document release. Tesla CEO, I mean, by the way, like I was saying in an earlier segment, I'm a little surprised, not because I didn't think he had it in him, but just that he didn't. Like, I didn't think that he did it. And if he did, like, any conversation that he had with Jeffrey Epstein, I stole this take from Vosh, but it's basically like, he was the loser. that they tried to not invite, which you saw plainly and clearly with Donald Trump. Like, Donald Trump fucking kicked him out of the White House, basically, and called him a loser. He's like, I can't stand you anymore. Get out. But anyway, let's read over this. Tesla CEO Elon Musk apparently expressed an interest in visiting Jeffrey Epstein's Caribbean island numerous times in an email correspondence between the pair that lasted for more than a year, according to files released by the Justice Department on Friday. So this wasn't just like a one-time thing. He didn't like hit up Jeffrey Epstein one Christmas morning, which he did do on Christmas morning, by the way, and be like, hey, let me come to Pedophile Island. This was going on for a fucking year. The files, part of a release of millions of documents related to various investigations into Epstein, including 16 emails between Musk and the disgraced financier sent in 2012 and 2013, appeared to acknowledge on Saturday that the emails were genuine, but denied any closer connection to Epstein. So wait, if the emails are genuine, how can you possibly... Okay. No one pushed... I saw this one. No one pushed harder than me to have the Epstein files released, and I'm glad that has finally happened, Musk said early Saturday morning on X after the files were released. He maintained that he continually declined to go to Epstein's island, but was aware that the emails could be misinterpreted. I had a video pulled up about that. Let's just go over that. Misinterpreted. Said he had very little correspondence. I'm reading anyway. Why even pull up the fucking video? Whatever. Very little correspondence with Jeffrey Epstein and claimed emails he had sent to the late financier released Friday by the Justice Department could be misinterpreted to smear his name. Musk wrote on X he declined repeated invitations to go to Epstein's island despite emails showing he had been in touch with Epstein in 2012 and 2013, at one point asking him what day/night will be the wildest party on your island. Interesting. It's unclear if the visit ever happened, but Musk was revealed to have emailed Epstein again over the holidays in 2013. Why is it so fast? In 2013, inquiring when would be a good time to visit, and Epstein said he would pick up Musk up in his helicopter, though the visit did not materialize, which Musk said he was disappointed by in an email. Okay, so yeah, he tried to go. We know he at least tried to go. Mass immigration to Japan will destroy Japan. He's so cool. Musk in his Saturday post said he declined to fly on Epstein's Lolita Express, the nickname for Epstein's private jet. They continue to exchange emails, but Musk has never been accused of any wrongdoing, writing on X that no one pushed harder than me to have the Epstein files released, and I'm glad that has finally happened. I don't care about that, but what I do care about is that we at least attempt to prosecute those who committed serious crimes with Epstein, especially regarding heinous exploitation of underage girls, Musk said Saturday. Heinous exploitation of underage girls, something I would never condone. No, not me, Elon Musk, not me. Welcome to the site chat, Tippy. Musk's estranged daughter, 21-year-old Vivian Wilson, wrote in a post on Threads to her memory of visiting the region where Epstein's island was located when she was younger. There was this boat ride from St. Vincent to St. Bart's I remember from when I was little. We used to visit around the holidays. I remember the sea being so dark at night. She would have been around 9 at the time. Cool. What the fuck was that? This video sucks. The documents, including Musk's exchange with Epstein, were a part of approximately 3 million documents released by the Justice Department, which included 2,000 videos and 18,000 photos. The documents reference high-profile names like New York Giants owners Stephen Tisch, Bill Gates, and other wealthy associates. The release is the latest tranche of documents on Epstein, and it comes after public and congressional pressure, including missed deadlines and political controversy over transparency. What the fuck? Just have somebody talk. Like, this is terrible. From Forbes? Are you fucking kidding me? Epstein was accused of sexually assaulting more than 100 people, and he died in prison in 2019 awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges. His close associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, was convicted on sex trafficking charges in 2021 after she was found guilty of helping recruit women for Epstein and took part in the alleged trafficking, which it cut off. This is terrible from Forbes. Anyway, you get the idea. So Elon Musk is already in trouble because he was talking to our big boy Jeffrey Epstein, the man of the hour. And trying to get onto his private island. Please, please, Daddy. Please. Please, Daddy Epstein, let me on your private island and let me do things to children, please. I want to be cool. I want to be one of the cool kids, he said. And now, just to keep it relevant, because, you know, if you're not updated as of like before 12 hours ago, like this video, like this is the latest I can possibly cover something and not be irrelevant is 12 hours after it happens, because it takes some time for Dubsy to edit it, and then I have to like work up the stones to actually like get it for thumbnail made and release it and whatever. Anyway, my point is, to keep it relevant, this happened today. Elon Musk's Twitter office in France, in Paris, got raided.
Elon Musk's Paris offices have been raided by French police. Prosecutors summoning the tech billionaire to front a hearing following a year-long investigation into X. Police suspect the company or its employees have abused algorithms and fraudulently extracted data. The investigation has since been broadened to look into the platform's artificial intelligence chatbot Grok, which has allegedly been used to create child sexual abuse imagery.
Yep. Yeah, I heard about that. That's the biggest piece of this is basically, Grok was being used to produce CSAM, which, like, that's pretty bad. I would think that, like, the world's greatest genius would have had a counter to that before it happened, thought maybe, okay, maybe like this magical box that I have that can produce any image that I ever want to see in the world could be used for bad things, and maybe we should just take measures to prevent those bad things from being produced. But no, alas, it happened. So now he's in trouble for that.
Mr. Musk and a former executive have been requested to attend an April 20 hearing. Elon Musk.
Like, how do you allow that to happen? I thought that there were checks against that. I thought Grok didn't even let you, like, like porn. They used Grok to fake Niara porn as well. Yeah, I heard about that. Okay, here's the problem with AI-generated pornography, right? Once you allow people to just generate fake images like that look very, very real, right? You just have plausible deniability because, like, unless it's very, very clearly supposed to be a child, obviously there are examples I could think of which I don't want to think of, where, it's very clear that this is like a 7-year-old or some shit, right? But, like, you have plausible deniability up to a certain extent because they're not real people, right? So, like, it's just, you open a Pandora's box, man. But again, I think it's a fitting punishment. I think that it's fitting, it just fits the whole situation, I guess. So, no huge surprise that Elon Musk at least wanted to try to get to the island because he wanted to be one of the cool kids. But, I find it quite interesting that conservatives aren't talking about this one in particular, like they're not talking about him or Trump or who's their Secretary of Finance? Who's that guy? Scott Bessent. Scott Bessent was his fucking neighbor. Like, and he had nothing to do with, like, the island or anything. He just lived next to the guy, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. Maybe. But, it's fun watching them squirm a little bit. I have enjoyed that. Like, nothing's happened yet. I don't know if anything is going to happen as a result of any of this, frankly. I would like it to, but I don't know. I can't say. I can't predict the future. So in the meantime, it is nice watching them squirm a little bit and shut up about it, about Epstein or anything to do with it, because they're, they want to defend their big orange pedophile daddy. I thought that was decent. I didn't know how it would go. I thought it was decent. If you come to me for news coverage, you've come to the wrong place. So, it's entertainment only. I want to play half sword. Half sword. Half sword! I love half sword. I've been obsessively playing this for the past few days. Let's try Ultimate Challenge. I've been trying so hard on Ultimate Challenge, and it amounts to nothing. I don't know. Part of me does want to do like one more React segment. Should we do one more? Oh yes. I'll find one more. Let me finish up this game. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. I know people are already leaving because, oh no, games are starting. Don't leave yet. I will finish up this one game and we'll do one more React segment. I'm feeling it. Fucking die. Good job. No. The PC killer? Yeah. I don't have like the full... Oh my god, that weapon is the best weapon in the whole fucking game. I need that weapon. No, 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 no. Come on. Please. No, no! These fucking guys with the spears are so good at using the spears. Stop. Oh god, oh god. Please, please. No, please, 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 please! I wanted it so bad. It's over. It's over. I'm not good at that mode at all. Okay, let's do one more React segment. For the React Andes. We do it for the boys back home. People have already left. I dropped 11 viewers immediately. As soon as I opened the game. As soon as I opened the game. People are like, oh, fuck this. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Let's see what's in the juice box. The Cabernacle's leftist anti-drug screed? No thanks. Nazi historian says Nazi burning book burning is good. Brad Columbus claims Zoran Mamdani already failing as a mayor. No. Actual Justice Warrior claims the trans movement states are numbered. This might be good. This might be something.
The first
11 minutes? Okay, we've struck gold. So amid all of the Epstein shit and, you know, the world falling apart and burning to a fine crisp, what more important thing do we have to talk about than the transgender movement? Okay? Because when you really think about it, what's destroying the world? I think it's the trans people, personally. Thankfully, Actual Justice Warrior here agrees with me, and he was brave enough to make this 12-minute video going against the grain and really sticking up for, you know, people who don't like trans people, I guess. It's over for the trans movement. Let's go.
The first detransitioner ever to win a medical malpractice suit has received $2 million.
Oh my god, I heard about this.
For a double mastectomy that was pushed on this poor girl at age 16 by these so-called medical professionals.
They're not going to let this go ever. Like, I didn't cover this court case yet, but yeah, the Supreme Court basically just ordered, it was a
that
Supreme
settlement
Court case,
is
right? They basically just ordered these doctors to, like, you know, they said these doctors were guilty of committing a crime for giving this person exactly, I assume it's she now, exactly what she asked for at a time when she was suffering from a condition which would have necessitated that procedure. Yeah, some people are going to regret their medical decisions. It happens, okay? But the overwhelming majority of people who get those procedures done, the overwhelming majority, like 99.9%, are fine and happy with their decisions. Okay? Doctors should not be expected to predict the fucking future. They can only go off of what they have here and now.
$2 million. It happened in the state of New York, of all places, and this is a big turning point, a big inflection point in order to address the crimes that are being committed in this experimentation on children that has been pushed upon us by the Democratic Party, essentially mandated by them, despite the fact that we would never, for any reason whatsoever.
It's so insane that they say this about like the Democratic Party, because what has the Democratic Party actually done for trans people lately? Like, for a while, they were pretty good allies. They were decent. You know, they did the whole song and dance for us, whatever. They appeased us. But like lately, like ever since Trump, it's just been a downward spiral for them. Like every single year, it seems like they drop more and more support for trans people, to the point that they were literally discussing throwing trans people like under the bus. Not a literal bus, but you know, like they were discussing just shoving trans people aside. Because, like, that's what the polls said. Oh, look, trans people are more and more people dislike them now. Just throw them under the bus. Get rid of them. They're dead weight now. Like Democrats don't give a fuck.
Let a 16-year-old girl get a tattoo or do something far less damaging than removing both of her breasts, again, at age 16 years old. Now, of course, this is a major case. We are going to break this down. We're going to talk about how important it is, how significant it is, how hopefully this will open the floodgates for further lawsuits of this kind. But before we get into that, I want to thank everybody who supports this channel via actualjusticewarrior.com/join.
Give me the money. Give me the money, okay?
So one of the quotes that really sticks out to me actually comes from an interview that Fox Varian, the person who filed and won this lawsuit, gave with the Free Press, and it reads as follows. It's hard to face that you are disfigured for life. No amount of reconstruction is ever going to bring back what I lost. And again, this surgery was performed on this 22-year-old when she was 16 years old in 2019 under the supervision of 2 doctors. Now, of course, I will also point out that
okay, if they had the evidence, again, I must stress, they can't predict the fucking future, okay? More people regret their fucking knee replacement surgeries. They literally wish they had never gotten it. Did you know that? It's like 30%. 30% of people regret their fucking knee replacement surgeries. Did you know that? I bet you didn't. Now you do. Can all of them sue their doctors for that amount of money? I mean, it's your whole fucking knee. I'd say that's a little bit more important than, like, you know, I mean, these are vestigial, or not vestigial. They're for the most part just decorative, you know, like they're ornamental. Knees are a little bit more important than breasts, I feel, at least for everyday functioning. I guess that's up to personal interpretation. If it were up to me, I'd rather have my knees than my man tits, but that's just me. My point is, I feel like the knee people have a much better case of like medical malpractice by the same standards. The same standards, like we have, but nobody wants to talk about that. It doesn't make any sense. None.
Many people who are pushing the trans's agenda often lie to people in the public, and they say that there's none of these surgeries going on with people underage, or they say something to the effect of, well, this affirming care is
not genitalia. Generally speaking, the only surgery we regularly do on genitalia of anybody underage is circumcision, and that's right at birth, okay? But it's just odd to me that I never hear you talking about that one, because that's a lot more normalized and a lot fucking more common. Okay? As a victim of it myself, mind you.
Absolutely crucial for them, and don't worry, it's completely reversible. And we've not only heard this with puberty blockers and, of course, with hormones, but we've also heard this with a double mastectomy in particular. Because guess what? If you had your breasts removed, you could just go get new ones from the store, go down to the booby factory and get them installed.
Where's
but
my
in reality, we all know that you're doing significant damage to a developing body. And again, in no other context would something much less damaging be permitted. But of course, when it's transes, all the rules and common sense get thrown out the window. Now, of course,
you can't do like the transes thing in that like inflection. Like he's kind of just rattling on without ever taking a break, and it's a very scripted joke. I don't know.
The example that people often go to is a tattoo. You have to be 18 years old in order to get one. This is not something that you wouldn't face consequences for if you were a tattoo artist and you did so knowingly on a child. And tattoos can actually be covered up. They can be lasered off, and they don't actually damage your body in the way that a double mastectomy would. Again, especially...
Okay, another thing that I need to point out is we do double mastectomies on young boys all the time, young cis boys, like all the time. In fact, 90%, I believe, of all mastectomies done under the age of 18, correct me if I'm wrong, are done on young cis boys with gynecomastia, like 15, 16 years old. I think the youngest we've done it is like 13, like once, right? Dear God in Hail, he does like the bird thing. You know how birds can like, fun fact, birds can continuously tweet without ever stopping while they breathe. They can do both because their vocal cords are kind of separated from their trachea, I guess, or something like that. I don't know the exact anatomy, but that's kind of what he's giving right now, is just like this tweeting bird that just talks and talks without ever stopping to breathe. Can somebody hit AJW with a dysphoria spell and see how quickly he changes his tune? I mean, I don't know. Like, we have, trans conservatives who fight against the who are on his side. So, like, I don't know. Would it change him? Would it change her? Would transitioning save her? I don't know.
A medically unnecessary double mastectomy. But again, think about it like this. Let's say you were really into Dragon Ball, like I was when I was a child, when I was a youth, and one of your favorite characters was Future Gohan. You know, the one that trains Trunks, that travels back in time in order to help.
That's so specific, though. Like, okay, Future specifically. Okay, you know what? It's because of the scar on his face. I think it's because of the
Z Fighters. Well, Future Gohan at one point in time actually loses his arm, and he's actually pretty badass in that TV special, fighting off both.
See, like, he knows more about the Dragon Balls. This is such a weird tangent. You could make this point in any other way. You could literally say, what if there's a character like I don't know. It's kind of cute. Right? Like, he's got interests and hobbies and stuff. He watches the animes.
Droids with one arm. And let's say you like this guy so much that you've decided you want to identify as Future Gohan. So you go to a bunch of different doctors. You explain to them that you genuinely and truly believe that. You get a psychiatrist to say, you know what? I think you are actually Future Gohan.
You get a psychiatrist to say this. You know, the psychiatrist that studied this shit. Right? Like I've never heard of this. That's not happening, though. That is not happening. Okay? Show me where that's happening. It's not. You know why? Because that's not real. You know what is real? Trans kids. They're real, and they matter, and their feelings matter. Okay? And their bodies matter to them. And it shouldn't to you.
You need Future Gohan affirming care, so I'm gonna recommend you for your arm being cut off so you could be more like Future Gohan. Now, do you think a doctor with a healthy 16-year-old laying on the table is actually accountable for his actions, even if you have a dumbass psychiatrist that believes that he is in need, the patient, of Future Gohan affirming care? Obviously, yes. Obviously, if you cut that person's arm off, you're an absolute idiot in every possible way. And
also, this is just a roundabout way of doing, like, what is it called? Like, when you lose an arm, or no. You want to, like, lob off a limb, right? What is it called? Like, 12 people have ever had it ever in medical history that we know of. Some kind of, like, body dysphoria where, like, it's like limb dysphoria. Where, like, oh, I feel like I should be an amputee of some kind. He could have just made that point, but he doesn't see, like, he had to put his own cute spin on him to appease his nerdy side. What is the logical fallacy for this? What is it called? I don't know. Like, what fallacy would it be? That's a good question. My debate bro brain wants to know now. I guess a false comparison, maybe, or like trans-abled people, sort of. Weird coming from Mr. One Piece over here. Okay, but I don't sit here like during political analysis and like explain some kind of deep lore thing from One Piece. Okay? There was like, I think one time I made a the rumbling joke from Attack on Titan. The rumbling. If you know, you know. Okay? It's very big spoilers, so don't give it away if you know. All right? But like like that's as deep as I go. Like I just say, oh, they're going to do the rumbling. like that's as deep as I would go. If you get it, you get it. Like, I don't know. That's just good commentary to me.
And if later on somebody identifying as
I
future
know you're just
Gohan
giving me shit.
realizes that they can't even go Super Saiyan and that there's no androids to fight,
You kinda
they
do
might
sometimes.
have
Shut
a
up!
legitimate case, and by might,
It's not the same because I like the stuff that I talk
I
about.
mean, definitely would have a
And I think it's
legitimate case
interesting.
to sue you for medical malpractice, because that's exactly what it is. Now, while you might think that's a ridiculous scenario, in reality, there are fringe stories that we often point to and say that they're absolutely crazy, of people amputating limbs, sometimes amputating all of their limbs because of the way that they want to identify, because how they want to be disabled.
Okay, here's the thing with the limb amputation thing. Okay? Like, one, it's only happened like fucking 12 times. Two, usually when it happens, it's like a finger. Like you feel very uncomfortable with your fucking pinky finger, or like the tip of your fucking pinky finger. And usually the way that they deal with that, okay, the overwhelming majority of the time, they just tie their fingers together like this. Okay? That's how it works. If you really want to know that bad, that's how it works. But sometimes it's bad enough, right, that they literally sit there and they start like sawing at the limb. That's how bad the fucking dysphoria is. That is just their personal blend of neuron tissue. And I don't understand it, but I don't have to, because I don't live in that person's fucking body. Okay? So they feel the need for some reason to endure the fucking pain it takes to cut off their pinky or their forearm or whatever the fuck, and risk a serious life-altering altercation, okay? Like bleeding to death or getting an infection. They're willing to deal with those consequences because that's how fucking bad the dysphoria is. And doctors decide that, okay? Doctors are the ones who study this shit and make those assertions. Or any healthcare professional like myself, a nurse who's becoming a psych NP, okay? We're the ones qualified. You, dumbass from the internet, okay, don't get to make that decision for other people. You don't. Okay? You know, you say you always accuse us of like, hiding behind, what is it? What do the TERFs like to say? Hiding behind like intersex people when we argue about this shit, right? Or like using like a minority class for like our agenda. You're doing the same thing with like I don't know if this is a good point to make right now. I just felt like pointing it out.
And this is something that we obviously shouldn't do just because we can do it. Like, obviously, this is an error. Obviously, bare minimum.
I was going to say, you're doing the same thing with people who have that kind of condition.
You should wait until you're an actual adult before making these life-altering procedures. And by the way, many of the trans activists will talk out of both sides of their mouths and say, oh, well, you actually don't get surgeries until you're an adult, even though this is proof positive that that's absolutely not the case. Now, like I said...
Genitalia, genital surgery. You don't get genital surgery until you're at least 18. Almost never. I've never heard of it actually happening on somebody younger than 18.
Multiple times, Fox Varian.
And if it has, I'd like to look into that specific case. And, if there's enough info there, I can make that determination. I don't think it's impossible, though, that a doctor might make the determination that, yes, we should perform that procedure on this minor. I don't think that that's impossible. I don't think that's ridiculous. I don't think that that's outside the realm of reasonability. Because once again, if somebody is willing to cut off a limb, right? Like if they don't want it bad enough, they're going to take care of it themselves. And would you rather that happen or have a fucking professional do it? Okay? That's what it comes down to sometimes. Take your pick.
Had the surgery when she was 16 years old, getting approval from a psychologist and a surgeon, both of whom were found liable for medical malpractice by a jury trial, because regular ordinary people definitely understand this. According to the Epic Times, Varian, now 22, is considered a dreaded non-existent detransitioner, even though they absolutely do exist, and she was awarded $1.6 million for...
That's why they shuffle around the same half dozen that tore the country on fucking billionaire dollary dues. Okay, they just live the they're living the life out there from their grifty bucks. 6 of them. Like I've seen like 6 of them, maybe like up to 10. Where are all these detransitioners? Where's this detransition wave that I've heard is coming? You know who I know a lot more of than detransitioners? Fucking trans people! A lot more. A lot. And they're all very happy with their care.
Pain and suffering, and an additional
$400,000
for the future medical expenses as a result
and in fact,
of the
isn't enough of
malpractice
it.
in the double mastectomy after winning her trial. Now look, we should expect this to go to the appeal phase. This is one of those first of its kind of cases. It's also in the state of New York, so obviously we're in a situation.
Since I do not know the story, what was the double mastectomy for? Because this person identified as a boy when they were born female and they were 16 and they grew tits, and so they said, I identify as a boy, please get these tits off of me. Okay? And the doctors complied because they're like, yeah, this person has been, you know, or at least that's what I assume. I mean, do we have confirmation that this was a trans boy, or was it just somebody who like got a breast reduction for some reason? And then regretted it later because they wanted a big, beautiful breasticles. Like, I'm sorry, you know, like, I don't know. Maybe I'd have to look into the case. I don't know.
Situation where the woke judges that are appointed by Democrats who have been in power for a long time are.
My thing, once again, my thing is like we let 16-year-olds make that decision all the fucking time, as long as they were born male. As long as they were born with a dick and balls. If you were born with a dick and balls, you can get a breast reduction, but not if you were born with a vagoober. Okay? I don't understand. That makes no sense to me.
Likely to try to reverse this or undo this. But while the final resolution of this particular case absolutely does matter, because that will determine whether or not we have precedent not only in the state of New York, but of course nationwide, the fact is it is not a good sign for the trans's agenda that 12 people from the community, that's what a jury is, examine the facts of this case, were absolutely mortified by the medical experimentation that was conducted on this 16-year-old.
What
and they decided that the
experimentation?
16-year-old was awarded $400,000 for estimated medical costs, but 4 times that amount, $1.6 million, for the pain and suffering inflicted upon her by these absolute quacks of doctors.
Are we going to get the same thing for all the people who regret their knee replacement surgeries? I ask you, like that's your fucking knee, dog. And people, like 30% of people regret it. Where's their 1.6 million? What kind of bullshit is that? I'm sorry, like this is silly. Okay? Doctors make mistakes sometimes, but they can only, I stress this, they can only work with the facts in front of them. And the fact is, we give breast reductions to people underage all the time, as long as they're male. As long as they're male. But you can make them bigger if you're female, though. We allow that as well. You don't get to sue for that one because you were, old enough to decide you wanted them bigger, and you were born with a vagina. So that's fine. Also, it's fine if you were born with a dick and balls and you don't want your breasticles anymore. Then you can lop them off, sure. Here, take this all yourself, my friend. Do it yourself. Save the doctors the trouble, right? You, you don't give a fuck when it's a guy like born with dick and balls who still identifies as a guy. But suddenly it's a guy born with a vagina who identifies as a guy. Oh, now it doesn't make any sense. None of it.
And again, this was a true David versus Goliath situation because the LGBT lobby, the gay mafia, as they've been referred to multiple different times, they were whole in to back up these doctors, to back up the trans's theory. Obviously, we have everybody in power in New York State that is on board with this. And yet a jury examining the facts realized that these people not only were negligent in the fact that they put a 16-year-old on a list for a double mastectomy and then performed the damn thing, but they ultimately ended up discovering
we do that all the time.
Medical professionals, alleged professionals, ended up encouraging and nudging her in that direction, telling her that her confusion, her possibly being a tomboy, which again is something that we've had all throughout human history, could be ameliorated by getting this horrific procedure. Again, it's not.
I don't believe him. That is not how it happened. Okay? Doctors are not nudging people in the direction of getting life-altering procedures done. Doctors and nurses are taught surgery is a last resort, okay? It is, you go from the least invasive procedures to the most invasive. You start with, manipulation of the body or the mind, therapy, physical therapy, things like that. And then you move into medications, light medications like Tylenol for pain, right? And then you move into more serious medications like gabapentin if you're having some serious nerve pain, or morphine if you're post-surgical, right? And then you move into, as I was stating, the realm of surgery, right? Where we start to actually physically go into your body and make adjustments. And that's the last resort. The last, okay? If somebody doesn't want a fucking breast reduction, a doctor's not going to fucking give it to them. Okay? It's not going to happen.
Not only that these people were negligent and they just went along with what a 16-year-old was saying, they fed into the delusion that the 16-year-old was a boy and then pushed permanent altering surgery on a minor
What's the
as
delusion?
a solution to...
Somebody explain the delusion to me. Explain the delusion. Why was this person not a boy? Put it in very simple terms, okay? I would love to know. Is it because he wasn't born with a dick and balls? Right? I guess she's a she now, right? But let's just consider this, right? Let's say he's still a he. Is it because he wasn't born with a dick and balls? That's what makes you a boy, being born with a dick and balls? Okay. I have literally personally seen a boy that was not born with a dick and balls. It looked like a vagina. But this boy had XY chromosomes and internal organs that matched males. Okay? The penis and balls never formed. Isn't that interesting? You know, like we have things like that, and you know, you'll say, "Oh, intersex is an exception." Okay, but you still have to account for that. Is that a boy or a girl? Because you said being a boy has dick and balls. Like when I walk through all these arguments, they don't stand up to any kind of scrutiny ever.
To this girl's problems.
So what was the
Psychologist
delusion?
Kenneth Einhorn and surgeon Simon Chin were held responsible in Westchester County Supreme Court in White Plains for ignoring standards of care and procedural guardrails by pressuring the minor into addressing gender dysphoria with permanent surgery, the jury decided. Lawyers for Varian pointed the finger at Einhorn, saying he drove the train and was putting the idea in Fox's head that she needed to change her gender with surgery, according to the report. Now, of course, many of you out there in the audience are probably wondering aloud to yourself,
I guess it's possible. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. I will need some substantial evidence.
right now in this
that
moment,
happened.
where are the parents, or where is the parent? Because likely we're talking about a single mother situation, and although that is not expressly confirmed in this article, the fact is we only get word from the mother and get a load of the number that they did on this woman in order to get her to consent to this double mastectomy that she knew was wrong for her daughter, and she knew was wrong in general for a 16-year-old girl.
Wow.
Varian's mother, Claire Deacon, testified that she was against the surgery but consented to it out of fear her daughter would commit suicide, according to the outlet.
Wow, it was that bad, huh? They literally thought that that person would commit suicide if they did. Like, do you think the doctors just fucking bullshitted this? To what end? What is the point, of this? What's the point? Like, let's say that everything that you're saying about them is true. Why are they doing it? I don't understand.
This man was
For
so
funsies?
emphatic and pushing
Money?
pushing that I felt like it was a good decision, Deacon told the New York Times. Quote, I think it was a scare tactic. I don't believe it was malice. I think he believed what he was saying, but he was very, very wrong, she said. So yeah, the mom did not feel like this was a good idea, but of course you have the psychiatrist say, look, she's gonna kill herself. You want her to die? You want her to die because you won't consent to this procedure? We call it top surgery. Isn't that a goofy, silly name that will make you laugh when you think about it and make it not seem as serious as you think it is? Well, here's the thing. If you don't do that, she'll probably
No, it's just easier to say than mastectomy. It's not that deep, guy.
kill herself. She'll probably die. You can't wait a couple of years for her to be an adult because she will take her own life, and that's absolutely horrible that you're essentially killing your daughter. Now, please sign this medical form to consent to this procedure. Again, disgusting, horrific.
Wait, essentially kill. Hold on.
Probably kill herself.
Oh, I see.
Life,
I
and
see what you're
that's
saying.
absolutely horrible that you're essentially killing your daughter. Now, please sign this.
But that's not how it goes. Okay? As somebody in the psych field, that's not what we do. Okay? That's not the procedure. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible that this person literally did this, but I just doubt it. I don't think that people in the field of psychiatry do this. It's not real. Or psychology. Was it a psychologist? Like, what they do is they assess the child, right? And they, prescribe certain and make assertions about like what this person is going through and what the procedure should be for the next steps. Sorry, I know I'm not being super clear right now. I'm kind of tired, but like, my point is, I don't buy this. I don't buy it. I think this is
medical
bullshit.
form to consent to this procedure. Again, disgusting, horrific, and horrible. And again, while this is a great victory against the trans agenda, unfortunately, it is not a complete victory at this moment in time because A, it has not survived the appeal process, and B, they did not actually have the jury decide on whether or not the procedure itself was ethical. What they had them decide on.
His voice is very, like, he drones, right? Like, it's no, like, there's no feeling to it. It's all very, like, one note, like, almost like, the pitch variation isn't very heavy. Like, I don't know, like, it just becomes, like, one kind of, ring in my ear at a certain point.
On is whether or not they followed the appropriate steps in recommending this malicious and horrible procedure to a child in the first place. The jury was not asked to rule on the ethics of gender-related surgical procedures for minors, but instead whether the medical professionals took the appropriate steps before suggesting the threshold crossing measure. Lawyers for Einhorn and Chin argued that Varian lived allegedly happily as a male for several years after 2019 before filing the 2023
That
lawsuit.
sounds
They also blamed
reasonable.
the child, saying, well, she came to our office identifying herself with male pronouns, therefore, what were we supposed to do in that?
They went back through the fucking charts and saw that this person was likely a trans guy. Yeah. I'm sure that, like, maybe they didn't check well enough. I don't know. But, like, when you have a person who is 16, right? You're not a fucking idiot at 16. You are, but you're really not. Like, not when it comes to your body. Like they have to weigh very heavy, like, options there. Like, if you identify as a trans guy and your background demonstrates that, yes, you match the characteristics of a trans guy at the age of 16, that might, like, at that point, you would also do a mastectomy on a cis guy if they grew tits, which some do. And we happily give them mastectomies. And, some of them end up regretting it because they ended up being trans women. I've actually met somebody who was like that. They had a double mastectomy when they were a teenager because they were a male born with the package, and then, like, they had tits as well, and they got those lopped off, and then, like, they ended up being a trans woman. They're like, oh fuck, god damn it. But, like, my point is, sometimes you just end up regretting a medical procedure, and that sucks. But the doctors can't predict the future. They can't. And all the evidence suggests that is an appropriate measure for trans boys, okay? Because it's an appropriate measure for cis boys. So if it's appropriate for a cis person, it can be just as appropriate for a trans person. Period.
Scenario. I mean, do you actually expect us, medical professionals, people who understand the difference between males and females, one of the first things that you learn before you even get to medical school in regular ordinary society, to look this girl in the face at age 16 and say, no, we're not doing that, Polinanica Kasparian?
Like, no, we're not doing that. That's embarrassing.
That's the second time
You're
we made that
actually a
joke.
woman. No, of course we can't do that.
Or no. Wait, did he make that joke earlier? Or was that? Yeah, he did. Yeah. It was the same one, right? Or was that a different reference?
Give me the money. Give.
Oh, that was a different reference. Wait, why is he obsessed with Anna Kasparian? Like, one meme is one thing, but, like, she's not that. Like I've never seen either of these memes. Like, he did this, right? Does he have a thing for her? That'd be really funny.
That's embarrassing.
You're actually a woman. No, of course we can't do that. We need to feed into this girl's delusion, because what are the consequences? Again, what if somebody came to our office saying that they were future Gohan? Are we supposed to not call them future Gohan and recommend a removal of their arm? No, future Gohan was totally cool and badass, and we need to do that because this is the ethical thing to do. Obviously, the jury was not swayed by that, and thankfully they weren't. And thankfully, we have this precedent.
He's talking as though like he's going to explode if he doesn't. You know what I mean? Like he's really chasing. Like if you slow down a little, you understand if you slow down just a little bit and take a minute to breathe, you can expand your view count or your view time, and then that way you can actually generate more money. Do I got to spell this out for you? Why do you think I pause and take these long rants? Okay, that way I can max out my view time and make more money. Duh. Come on, man. Slow down a little bit. Take a breath.
Although it's not as far-reaching as we would hope, but it's a good first step. It is considered the first victory for detransitioner against the...
That's the other thing. So many of these fucking people aren't entertaining. Like, I feel like I am many things. You know, I'm smart in some ways, not in others, I think. You know, but, like, I'm not here to tell you what to do or to, like, you know, be an authority. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I am an authority on some things, but I don't know. My main thing, though, is I try to entertain people. I try to be, like, funny. I try to be, like, interesting. I feel like if I'm not entertaining or something's not entertaining, I switch it up. Like, I just feel like so many of these people just aren't entertaining. Like, why watch him? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, why 498,000 subscribers? What could he have possibly done? He looks like Steven Universe. Like, what could he have possibly done to fucking, like, accrue that kind of audience for the shit he talks about? It's not interesting. I don't get it.
Medical malpractice.
What am I doing wrong?
That was hoisted upon them. Again, a detransitioner who was operated on.
What is he doing that I'm not?
I'm happy to see that happen. But you know what? Those are just my thoughts. I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. As per usual, if you like the video, show them by leaving a like, subscribe for more content, follow me on the social.
Goodness gracious. I guess my point in all of this is give me your money, because his people are giving him their money. So I'm just saying. He looks nothing like Steven Universe. No, come on. He carries the same energy. It's the shirt. Like, it's blue, but it's like, I don't know. Like, it just reminded me of Steven Universe a little bit. Maybe like Dexter from Dexter's Lab. Is that closer? Yeah, I think that's the one. That's definitely the one. I do not see it either. You always get on me for being face blind. Shut up. Dexter's Lab is better. Dexter's Lab works. Come on. This one is not face blindness. This one's real. I'm looking at it right now. When you point out my face blindness to me, I see what you mean. I make weird associations between faces that look nothing like each other, but this one is dead on. Come on, this one's dead on. My name is Dexter, lol, I just got here. I thought your name was Andy. Mandark? Okay, I can see Mandark. Mandark's a little bit more greasy. He has many things. I will say he doesn't look greasy like Asmongold does. Mandark looked very greasy. I don't think Mandark took showers. Thank you for the 5 tier 1 gifted sub, Socket Tanuki. You've been very kind tonight. Yes, I'll sabotage the 15 years of medical education I've gone through in order to push a fake ideology. The fact that they think doctors are incompetent. Like, that's the thing. They just don't, like, they're sowing mistrust and distrust in like our prestigious medical professionals. It's quite concerning, I must say. AJW probably laughs like Mandark unironically. Wahaha, 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 wahaha. I can kind of see it. Abyss. Abyss is so interesting and fun. I love it. You just run forward. Guy comes out of the... Oh, what the fuck? Guy comes out of the dark. Starts trying to kill you. Can't beat it. This is like one of the... Unironically, Lamppost is one of the best weapons in the game. Look at this shit. Get fucked. Give me money doesn't read previous gifts. I'm sorry, I need to turn the voice thing back on. Because I miss it sometimes. I'll read it. Just for you, I'll go back. Another 5 tier 1 gifted subs from earlier. Empress Autumn, Steve 771, Shayla sometimes. Oh, wait, what? Oh, sorry. I was reading the fucking people it was given to. He's making me actually believe nominative determinism is real. Michael, no less. Indeed. I think that joke's a little much for me right now. I'm too tired. And also, we're not, like, talking about Michael Knowles anymore. That's a good weapon. I'm not good at using it. Oh, wait. Lamppost is fine. I like these pants better. Get out of here. Yeah. Where are you, son of a bitch? I know you're around. There you are. Come on, you bitch. See, even when I miss, like, Lamppost pulls through for me. You can't beat Lamppost. Not until they start getting armor. Once they start getting armor, then it's... Or long swords. Long swords is where I started to have problems. Once long swords started showing up, I was fucked. Lamppost cannot beat longsword. I mean, it could probably, but it's not ideal. There we go. But Lamppost works very well up until longswords. Shoes. It's like Kingdom Come, but the goofy version. It's only goofy for now. Like, he's still bald. Oh, there you are. He's still bald because, like, this is a, like, in development game. They just released an update for it, a pretty major one, but apparently it's very, like, shaky. Because, it kills your, GPU on your computer. Fuck you. This is allegedly the boss. Which, I guess he just fucked my leg. Okay, there we go. Fuck me. That was a good hit. No. No! Oh. Get fucked. Ah. Why do you think Jax uses one? I thought the same thing. Unironically, pro-Jax propaganda. Too bad I can't play League of Legends right now. I mean, I can, but I gotta do it on my laptop, and, like, I don't feel like demeaning myself like that because I have a fucking desktop that I should be able to fucking play League on. Like, come the fuck on right. It's so important that I don't cheat that they would literally rather me not play their game at all than cheat. I'm sorry, that's silly. Like, you're gonna have some cheaters. Get over it. It's fucking esports. Like, they're cheaters in real sports. Like, you don't have anti-cheat software in real sports. Sometimes people just cheat. You know? Like, sorry, like, if it weren't fucking malware, I wouldn't be as upset. But it's malware, and it blue screens my fucking computer. Fuck off. Man, I missed a coffin. Whatever. I assume it's a coffin. I don't... Oh. Hello. Oh, fuck you. God damn it, I lose. Only because I... Candelabro? Yeah, true. I only lost that because I thought that I already killed the guy that was around that box. You have a small laceration on your back. Scars on the back are a swordsman's shame. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't want to spoil anything from One Piece for people who are watching it or whatever. But, during the Paramount War, Whitebeard gets... this is a long time ago. I'm sorry. If you're not caught up to this point, you're either not watching it or, like, you're slacking. Okay? You're either not watching it or you're slacking. Okay, so during the Paramount War, Whitebeard gets fucking stabbed through the chest by Squard. Right? And that doesn't kill him. He's just like, oh, well, that's fine. I forgive you. To Squard. Because he's a boss like that. It doesn't really do much of anything to him, but it does go all the way through to his back. Right? But then he dies, standing up. And when the, like the narrator says he died without a scar on his back. No scars on his back. And I'm like, how is that possible? The sword went all the way through. I saw it go in the front and out the back. He has to have a scar there. It went all the way through. Unless it healed, I guess. Does bro have a cricket back? What's a cricket back? Oh, fuck me. That's so cheap. That's so stupid. I love this mode, but that's so stupid. It's so... It's kind of funny. Like, I don't hate it just because it, like, adds to the goofiness, I guess. But, like, it's so cheap when they just sneak up behind you. And I never know when it's going to happen. There's no indication. Hat. Give. It doesn't do anything. It just looks good. Die. Die. You got off lucky. White and black? I'm kind of feeling it. I like that. It got the mime look going on. Chad, is anybody here into Mime Girls? What do you think of Mime? What's Chat's opinion on Mime Girls? You ever just wish a baddie would, like, create a fake box around you? Lasso you in with some invisible rope. That's kind of hot, right? Like, all the BDSM would work with invisible gear. Then you could see everything still. That's the I mean, that's the ideal BDSM partner is a mime, if you think about it. Clowns and jesters in general are peak. Yeah, I've noticed, like, a cultural shift from... clowns are creepy to clowns are actually... Clown girls, specifically, are actually cute. It's funny how that, like, we kind of come full circle on that. Fuck you. Where'd my hat go? Oh, fuck. Fuck off. Okay, okay. And what about it? How about some of that? Fuck. Okay. Don't. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. Just for good measure. Hat. Amazing. I think we found out what Discord fetish server indoctrinated you. It's true. Oh god, I hate the scythe. Oh, this is like the hardest fucking one. Oh god, I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying. Oh god, I'm dying. I'm running out of stamina. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, that's so close. No, 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 no. Okay. Oh. Okay, okay. No, no, no. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Oh, fuck. Oh, that was so close. Okay. Oh, I got so low. How did that not kill me? I'm not questioning it. Oh, he got stuck. Oh, that was my chance. I missed it. I hesitated. Wait, 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 wait. There we go. Oh, get fucked. Oh. Okay, got it. I think I want the scythe because... Wait, where'd the scythe go? Wait, 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 wait. Is my lamppost still there? Okay, well, where'd the scythe go? Shit! Longsword. I'm in fucking trouble. I'm in so much trouble. I think I just gotta go for the long... Oh, there's two? Oh no, I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking dead. Oh, I'm dead. Fuck around. Come on, come on. Best weapon in the game. Best weapon in the game. Come on. Lamppost. Best weapon in the game. Come on. I gotta stab. I have to stab. The whacking ain't gonna... Oh, no. This is bad. Fuck off. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh. 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 Oh, my fucking god. Longsword is one of the best, unironically one of the best weapons in the game. Like, lamppost is... Oh, fuck yes. Give. Oh! Please. Please just let me pick up the longsword. Please. Give. Come on, pick up the fucking longsword. What are you doing? Pick it up. Okay. Okay. All right, watch me lose. Oh. What the fuck? I had it half-sworded. I didn't mean to have it half-sworded like that. Two-on-one eye gouging is allowed now. I'll take your word for it. Better than nothing, I guess. The hammer can do some pretty serious damage. It's just not my favorite. Better than the fucking shears. The shears don't do shit. You might as well just go with fists. Another hammer. I need a lamppost, though. Lamppost is fucking baller. See, like, this is okay, but... Just gotta make sure. Sometimes they get back up. I'm not being... See? Okay. Great stream, thank you. I try. Would short lamppost be better than hammer? I don't think so. I think hammer's better. Short lamppost is okay. Shears, terrible. I need lamppost. I need long lamppost. Is that it? Yeah, that's my baby. That's my baby. That's the one right there. Where? Come on. Where we at? Where we drop? You bitch. Come on. There we go. How are you not dead? How you feel about the full release? Insane. That's all I can say. I'm sorry I don't have better words for it. It's just, it's nuts. Like, I mean, we knew it all along, but still, it's just like getting confirmation that basically our entire world is owned and operated by pedophile elites is, you know, like, nothing can really prepare you for that. Dual wield lanterns, literal brass knuckles? I guess, but like, how can you beat this? Look at this shit. I just one-tapped him. Get fucked, dude. He's supposed to be a boss. Lamppost is OG. Look at that. Listen, you can't argue with results. It's just longsword. See, like, even the fucking axe. And I like the axe, okay? I would pick up the axe sometimes if I'm feeling it. But, like, lamppost is just so good. Up until the scythe. The lamppost does have issues with the scythe. The reach just isn't there. So you gotta be real careful. But it works. I mean, it works. You're the underdog, but it still works. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Pitchfork sometimes has trouble, too, with... There we go. See, we still made it. We got our balls ripped off, but we still made it. It's fine. It'll be fine. Are you kidding me? Fucking round 2. Sorry. I can't let you live. You're too dangerous. Okay, that's good. I got shoes on. I need a hat. There we go. I need Alec to play Deltarune soon. One day, not tonight. Oh fuck! Here's the scythe. Yes, yes. Come on, come on. Fuck you want with that scythe? Fuck you want with that scythe? Oh fuck. Oh, I'm so dead. I knocked his hat off. I pissed him off. Oh! Get wrecked. Give me the scythe. This is the only place you can get the fucking scythe in this game. Did you know that? I think I need scythe. I think that's the move. Look at this reach. This range is ridiculous. Oh, fuck. I forgot there's 2 of them. Look at that! That's ridiculous. Oh god, he's still up. Oh, I think I got him. You just can't beat the reach on this. Like, goddamn. Okay, I think he's fucked. Ooh, but do I take longsword? That's not longsword. Where's longsword? No, he didn't have longsword. Okay. I think at a certain point I might have to take longsword, but we'll see. You can get the scythe in the progression now too. Well, yeah, with the new update maybe, but during this you couldn't. Okay, longsword. It's time to see how good longsword fares against scythe. If scythe works pretty well, we're gonna stick with scythe. But if we have trouble, oh fuck. Okay, pitchfork could give us problems. Pitchfork's pretty good. In terms of range, pitchfork is the bigger risk here. Oh god, I think I'm done. I think that did it. Yep. See, one good hit is all it takes in this fucker. One good hit. Especially without armor. My favorite, though, let me show you my favorite. I actually finished the game playing this class. What class is that? Militia. Because this weapon, whatever it's called, it does have a name, but this weapon is so fucking So OP. It's my favorite weapon. As it is a lot of people's. Like, it does everything. You want to stab something, it's got a nice pointy bit. You bash their fucking skulls in. Look at that shit. Cannot beat it. This is the best weapon in the game, unironically. Graphics are starting to eat it a little bit. Might have to turn it down. Hold on. See if that helps. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Oh god. Longsword might... Longsword is good. Longsword is a good contender for top weapons. It's just, like, this thing, you can't beat it. The wacky stick. Spikes on stick. Fucking die. Okay. I've never seen that. But I'll take it. I think he hit the wall. Once they get damaged enough, I'm gonna have to head to bed. Alright, good night, Dubsy. Once they get damaged enough, they give up. I just didn't think that he hit that point yet. So it was very funny. Yeah, but this weapon fucking rocks. Look at that shit. Did not stand a chance. I wish I could do the boss fight again. The boss fights are awesome. Like, even the first couple. Like, I was gonna say besides the first two, but even the first couple, like, they gave me a lot of trouble the first time. Oh, shit. So, like, when you're actually progressing through the game, you want to sometimes give up. Because once your character's dead, he's dead for good. And you have to start from scratch. But I already finished the game, so, like, I've gained the privilege of keeping my progress even if I die. Fuck off. God damn it. See, like, this would be a good time to give up before you die, because if you die, you gotta go to the abyss. And if you don't beat the boss in the abyss, you're fucked. You have to start over. I heard that squish, dude. How the fuck? Oh, no, you don't. Get fucked. Just gotta be sure. Just gotta be sure. Okay. I think we're good. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. See, like, the swords, like, one thing that this thing cannot do is slice, and the swords are very good at slicing. See, like, if I were smart, I would have given up right there, and I would have, or otherwise I'd have lost all my progress. But yeah, that's my favorite weapon. There's also this mode, which I'm not good at all. I was playing it earlier. You gotta grab the knife, and then... Like, I'm good at the first few, but then, like, it reaches a certain point and I just start dying. Long sword. Come to me, my precious. Get... Oh, fuck you. Oh, God. This is a fairly fair matchup. But I don't like fair matchups. I like unfair matchups in favor of me, actually. Fuck you. What did he even hit? Oh! God damn it! That was so stupid. That was really stupid. He wanted none of that. You've committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. That weapon is the plançon. The plan sewn. Oh, God, I didn't get the knife. Hold on. It's fine. I usually do this anyway. Boink. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Okay, I died. Just kill me. Oh, God. He got me right in the fucking skull. That was a good hit. I ain't even mad about it. Okay, that weapon is ass. Oh, actually, keep the knife. I just said that weapon's ass. Fuck, just a short sword. Oh, you fucker. Come on. This is not fair. There we go. Okay. Okay. Much better. You good there, buddy? Got a sword caught. God damn it. That was stupid. Come on. Fuck. I think that sword's better than this one. Just because you can cut both directions. Oh, God. Have at ye. Have at ye. Son of a bitch. Oh, God, I'm dead. Okay. We're still going. Two slashes. Your mom said you could have 2 slashes. Oh! Bitch, die. There. Oh, there we go. You're done, dude. Look at that. You're done, buddy. Oh my God, give up. Your arm is fucked, buddy. Goodness. I'm going for the head. I keep hitting the arm. Will you just... Thank you. I should have just thrust into him. Pick up sword, yes. Or shield, yes. Helmet, I need the helmet. And the shield, 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 and the shield. Oh, God. This mode is so fucking hard, dude. He'll be easier to get. Just because he has less armor. Oh, God! Good thing the mace is ass. Oh, come on. You're missing a weapon, dude. Okay, that's one. I think I get this guy's armor if I kill him. Shield saved me there. Fuck off. There we go. Do I try stabbing? No. Ow. Okay, back off. What the actual fuck was that? I have never seen that happen before. That was so stupid. That's what I get for saying Mace is ass. God damn it. Just kill me. Just get it over with. Okay, well, while you guys listen to me, you know, wish for death, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Sorry, I just could not resist getting another one of them sandwiches. They're so good. I'm gonna do Abyss mode again. I want to see how far I can get. I think this mode's more interesting. It's not too much different anyway. Oh, that's not bad. I used to body people with the pitchfork, and then I just stopped being good at it for some reason. There we go. There we go. Okay, I remembered. Yeah, pitchfork's pretty good. I like candlestick better. I can get more consistent. I think pitchfork is better objectively. There we go. See, I just think I can get kills more easily with candlestick. It's a preference thing. I think pitchfork's probably better, but I don't care. Boink. Oh no, not candlestick. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Oh, son of a bitch. See, I told you it's good. Fuck you. You gonna kick me, bitch? Man, I'm doing really bad. There we go. Oh, you're not done yet? Oh, you're not done yet? Now you are. Bitch, you should have gone down. Another one? Come on, bro. There we go. You see? That's what you get. I learned. Is that a hat? That is a hat. There you are. Come on, what's with all these fucking lampposts? Don't matter. No. Are you playing against other players? No. I would like to. I think that is... Oh, God. I'm toast. Yeah, this is over. No, I think that PvP does exist in the latest update, but apparently the game is so janky that it's basically unplayable for most people. So I have not updated yet. I can't believe I got 3 big lampposts in a row, beat them all, and then I lost to a little lamppost. Candlestick, whatever. They're kind of the same thing. Give me small lamppost this time. See, it's okay. It's not terrible. I don't prefer it.
Have mercy on me. I spent.
Let's see if this will work. It did. Oh, okay. Okay. This makes a nice substitute in the meantime while we look for a big lamppost. Our baby. Oh, son of a bitch. I lose. Okay, I think I'll do one more. What's up? I'm gonna wrap up in a little bit. fine. I think. I don't know if I've ever actually used it, now that I think about it. Okay, well, I don't need to think about it, because lamppost is here, and lamppost is Bay. Thank you. Get fucked. The only one that gives me a problem with lamppost before Scythe. Scythe is the first one usually that gives me problems, but sometimes I get a pitchfork, and those do give me issues. Hat? Yes. Imagine if I had a real weapon. Oh, fuck, I know he's around. There you are, fucking bitch. Sneak up on me. Great stream, thank you. So I've heard. Oh, you almost had me. Almost. Almost. You usually see a fence there. The axe is quite good. I was a little scared there. No, if I were playing against real people, I'd probably be fucking dying really bad. All the NPCs act the same. I used to have major problems with the NPCs. Is that the last one in there? I thought I had... Oh, yeah, you're good. I had two. You can have two. There's also, lasagna in there. He's right behind me, isn't he? Where the fuck? Oh, this is fucked up. This is fucked up! Do I switch pants? Yes. This is so fucked up. Where is he? Okay. Knife? Apple. Knife. Spear? No. Shirt? Yes. Watch me get killed for wanting a shirt. How dare you? Do you not watch Vosh? This is in style right now. Oh, fuck. My worst nightmare. I fucking hate this guy. He's so hard. The scythe is just... Like, the reach is crazy on that fucker. And if it touches you, you're done. Usually. Like, I'm done. I'm done. See? That's it. I'm done. It's so fucking hard. And it's probably because the lamppost is not a very good weapon against it. Whatever. You can have that wrong opinion. I personally think the lamppost is the best weapon in the game. Okay? I could beat Baron with it. But I digress. Okay. I'm hopping off of here. Who's live?
Four-minute underwear. Haha, you want your laughs?
Daharamba it is. If you're on YouTube, go to twitch.tv/DAHOR. Fuck, how do you spell it? HORUMBA. Okay. And on Twitch. Okay. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Love you all. I will see you all next time. Try not to go insane from all the news. Take care.